And shaboop, we are live. We are back. It has been a month and a half since we last did Allatour. Well, I could not go cold turkey. Are you guys excited to be back?
Yes.
Look at this. We got allegedly, and also this. What is it? Thursday. We're gonna be doing Palm of the Fist, hopefully on Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spooky pirates.
Kooky, spooky. You gotta get fucking AJ's brain out of there.
Oh my god.
I forgot.
He's in a jar.
He's
Jar.
been in a jar for not so long. It just happened. It just happened.
He's awake and he doesn't have eyelids.
Yep. Can't blink. Can't sleep. Terrible. Awful. We hate
Bad.
it. Whimsy and wonder. Welcome back to Allatour. Yeah. Okay, so it's been a month and a half. It's been a great time with Trail Decay and with Kids on Spikes, but we gotta go classic for Halloween. It's a holiday. We have to.
Holiday.
Music coming through. Thank you, kid. I appreciate that. Okay, absolutely awesome. Yeah, I finally figured out like how to split the audio tracks, so like all the YouTube videos will have better audio, which is super cool. But also like all of the live stuff for the stream will also like be able to be heard. We fiddle with it. It's all good. I figured it all out.
Yay.
We edit in post.
We edit in post, indeed. But with all that, is there anything else we want to go over before we jump right back in?
Nah.
No.
Chromocopia comes out tomorrow. I'm excited.
Tyler the Creator is dropping. Moss has been on a bender, and we all support it.
Ooh, thank you, Mama.
Needs a fix.
Hi, Moss's mom.
I'm Moss's
I'm Moss's
mom.
mom.
The perfect food
Hi.
delivery service. Okay.
It's, green curry.
And actually,
Ooh.
wonderful, because I saw a water bottle. I see curry being delivered. If you got any snacks, if you got any food, I'm going to have to do a little bit of a recap and a little bit of a description as to where we're going to be starting off. So just chill out, get all snuggly, and do we all want to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, and yes. Then with this combo of people for the first time in a month and a half, as always, a deep and cleansing breath before we begin. Sound good?
Yeah.
Moss is trying to fucking swallow so
Don't
fast.
don't choke on your food.
Okay.
I'm ready.
It's all right? Okay, then everyone, please join me. And everything after the breath is canon. Welcome back to Allatour. Jason, thank you so much for the subscription for the 3 months. We appreciate it. Jason, you are holding it down. Man, we really appreciate you, and we're very happy to have you here. So, a quick recap. I did write one because obviously it's been a month and a half. Details have been forgotten. Completely understandable. So, success. We always joke about Les Jollies losing, although they have a pretty good track record of saving the day. At the conclusion of the previous arc, within and around the Basset family castle of Jollies-Pierre, I haven't had to read a doc in so long, my eyes are like getting lost in the sauce. Our gorgeous heroes explored a village of sentient weapons and armor, traveled in darkness through the long dark dungeon, found Winterscott Key, rescued Hathor's lover Higgy, and freed Bierhaze Basset as he finished his cloning process to become young once again. I need to make this fucking text bigger. My eyes are not what they used to be a month and a half ago. Hold on a minute. Give me 1 second here. I was so prepared and so...
What does that say?
You're doing great.
There we
You're doing
go.
great,
Wonderful.
Grandpa.
Thank you. I gotta get my peepers on. So this new group met in the crypts. Just Pinecone giving the summary. Okay. Also, McClover's here, as always. Jason McClover, you guys hold it down. What's good? Okay, so this new group of Les Jollies, Winterscott Key, Emma, Chloe, Winterscott Key has kids, and Higgy, and Bierhaze Basset. They all met in the crypts beneath the castle with the prize they were searching for, a locket containing a magical painting leading to a petrified stone dragon. A stone dragon that Set Beau, the previous Batfolk ruler of Jollies-Pierre, wanted to awaken with one of the diamonds stolen from the Queen of Allatour, all the way back at the beginning of the campaign. The group decided to destroy the locket of the dragon, eliminating a substantial threat from Allatour. We last left off with everyone gathered around the locket as Cherie ignited her crimson rite, covering her sword in a burning, white-hot, white phosphorus-esque flame. And Cherie, with her arm raised, she swung. And we're going to pick up with our heroes right after Cherie's blade made contact with the locket. The sounds of rushing water are replaced by the gentle trotting of hooves on earth. It's soft and dampened and hard to hear. But the gentle rocking of your surroundings suggests that you are moving. You do not know where, you do not know how, and you do not know why. For the three of you, it's a pain behind the eyes that wraps up behind your forehead. You all get your bearings. You are in a fully enclosed carriage. There is no light, and for those without dark vision, it is 100% pitch black. What all of you remember is Cherie's blade coming down to strike the locket, and then you woke up here. The carriage you are in is strange. It's a cylinder on its side. It's like a pipe, essentially, with a sanded, smooth, wooden interior. There is no furniture, no cushions, no pleasantries. There is no door, there are no windows, and it's cramped, too. There's enough room for the three of you to, like, crouch and, like, move around, but as all of you come to, you wake up in one big pile, like, head on shoulder, like, shoulder on abdomen kind of style. And as the three of you wake up, not knowing where you are or where you are going, there's a fourth person within this carriage as well. Winter Scott Key, who begins to stir along with the three of you. His head is resting on Cherie's shoulder. Finally, again, pitch black for those without dark vision, very dark to those that have it, as you all and begin to stir, you realize something because it's either a weight of your physical body or it's because you feel naked. And that is because all of your weapons and armor have been unequipped in your inventory, as all of your armor, weapons, and useful items have been taken away. Cherie, you do not have your scale mail, F's shield, or Palm's favor. Wax, you do not have your chainmail, shield, autumn, or thorn. Hathor, you do not have your rapier, bow, shield, or broom. All of you are in, like, your loungewear small clothes and have nothing else on your person besides some miscellaneous magical items we're going to get into in a little bit, okay? So, as you all kind of take stock of what you do still have, any jewelry or other special items that you had before is still in your inventory. I've gone ahead and unequipped it in your character sheets for you.
I was gonna do it myself, and I'm like, wait, where is it?
That's my character sheet.
Cherie,
Bitch.
You broke into my house.
Oh, God. Yes. Everyone's AC has been lowered. All of your actions have been, like... It's still in your inventory. I have not removed anything. I've just unequipped it. And please do not re-equip it until we, like, until it's properly given back to you, okay?
Yeah.
Also, you're so quiet, Moss. What'd you say?
Oh, there we go. I am the highest armor class now.
What is it?
It's 14.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
So just a quick review, because I did take a look at all of your character sheets. Because not looking to leave you totally just like ass out in the wind. Any jewelry or special items you still had are still in your inventory. So Cherie, you have the storm bottle with your shadow steed.
Okay.
You have the water me rowboat, the tiny like toy rowboat, and you have a lemon from Pucker Lips pack.
Great.
Well,
It's perfectly preserved. It's still fresh. Don't worry. Wax, you have Pinecone's ring, And you have Beau's Regard, which is a magical, like, bullywurg, I believe. A magical summoning coin, basically. And Hathor, you still have Higgy's Promise, your necklace. You have your holy symbol, and you have Ascending Stone. Sadly, the talking torches have been... Wow, Jason, incredible blast in the past. Those are sadly gone as well. Also any sending stones, because I know I mentioned it for Hathor, for Hathor's mom. There's any sending stones that connect to other people are still on your person. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I have two.
As all of you are rising, as all of you take stock of this, what do you do? Winter Scott Key also being in this tube with you. The floor is yours.
Yeah, just immediately on alert. I shake Winter Scott Key off my shoulder.
And Chloe and Emmy aren't here. Or, God, Chloe and Emma. My God.
So you do not know, because again, you were in the crypts with Bjerhaze Basset, Higgy, Chloe, and Emma. God damn it. Chloe and Emma. And none of them are here. It's just Winter Scott Key. He's the only person of the NPCs that's currently in the room. And Bjerhaze Basset. Only person in the room.
Okay.
Basset's not here, or
Basset
he is here?
not here, no.
Okay. Can I, like... Well, in shoving Winter Scott Key off, I want to kind of, like, jolt him awake.
Ugh. Ow.
What happened?
What the... who has dark vision? Just so I remember. Okay, Cherie, Hathor, I'll just say Wax, you kind of just get really close up so I can describe everything properly. He goes, what the you hit the locket. What do you mean? What the... Where the fuck? And you see, Winter Scott Key feels himself. Winter Scott Key is missing his alchemy supplies and his sword. He does not have any of his armor or weapons as well. And he goes, where the fuck? Where are we? Ow.
I don't remember anything after the locket.
Do you have any memories?
No. So we're all just kind of riding blind here.
So it would seem.
Is there like a curtain in the carriage that we can like move aside?
So as you guys look into
Is
this
there a window?
you guys look at the inside of this carriage. There, like as you like feel the walls like around you, there is no door. There is no window. There's no curtains. Go ahead and everyone here give me an investigation check.
No, go for my girl.
Is this the?
Oops, sorry.
Is this the work of Fey Fiend or Undead?
Yes,
Is
yes, it is.
Yes.
Go
yes.
ahead and
Okay.
go ahead and take advantage.
And my non-magical dagger and rapier are gone too, right?
You know what? Go ahead and give me a quick... Okay, everyone, investigation check first. Remember that you asked that, Darby. That's a good question.
Okay. I got a 2.
2.
24.
24?
16.
16. Darby, like, as Wax is kind of like, I think Wax is just kind of focusing on, like, do I have anything useful on me? As Cherie and Hathor kind of like again, like, looking at the carriage itself. With a 16, Hathor, you are able to, like, it's almost like you're checking the integrity of a ship. You're able to... And you're able to kind of like knock your fingers to this, like, okay, like what are we dealing with here? And you're able to realize that at like the center point of this like tube carriage is the weakest point. Like whatever wood is like currently like trapping you in here is the thinnest at the center point. Okay. And Cherie, as you begin looking around, you begin kind of like feeling the architecture itself and realize that this carriage could not have been constructed by like mortal hands. This has to be the work of some kind of magic that, so basically instead of it being like they like hollowing out a tree, like hollowing out a tree and then placing you guys inside of it and then sealing it back up. It's almost like you guys were placed into the center and the tree was like morphed around you. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Can I do like a religion check to make sure my soul, at least part of my soul, is still on Cherie?
No check. You're just able to know, yes, your soul has not been tampered with in any way.
Kill.
Wax, Darby, good question. Do you think Wax would be the kind of person to like have one emergency dagger like underneath his small clothes? Like
Oh, yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a quick stealth check. Go ahead and beat a 13.
Okay. That is an 18.
An 18,
Yay.
hidden underneath like your belt line, you were able to find your emergency dagger, for like basically like emergency purposes, like survival purposes.
Okay, awesome.
So you have one dagger equipped in your inventory.
I can't equip it. You stole my dagger.
What do you
You
mean- wait,
stole
what do you mean you
busy
can't equip
lifting drink.
Can you actually not equip it?
It's not letting me. I mean, I don't need to.
Go ahead and refresh
so
your
weird.
page because you should be able to
I just
redo it yourself.
did.
I didn't just take control of the character sheet.
I refreshed it and it won't let me
What the
equip
fuck?
any
Hold
of
on a
my
minute.
shit. You stole my shit.
You
I
stole
stole
busy
fizzy
lifting
lifting drinks.
drink.
All right, then you guys go. Okay, so with all of that, go ahead and talk amongst yourselves as I try to figure out what the fuck's going on with your.
Oh, good. You don't have to
digital
do
stuff.
that right now. That's
Oh,
fine.
no, no,
Because
I
it's
got you, I
one
got you.
dagger. I'll remember it.
It is all good. Okay.
I relayed the information about the nature of this carriage.
Morphed around us. Would that be druids?
If I had to guess, I picked up fey, fiendish, undead presence. If I had to lock onto one, I would guess fey.
I will activate my divine sense. Ah, it's not Fey. Well, celestial fiend undead within 60 feet I can detect.
Celestial fiend undead.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you activate that?
Yes, I do.
I mean, undead, immediately a strong ping from inside of this carriage.
Right.
And then, there we go. But besides that, no celestial, celestial presence from Cherie, just from like the ASMR presence there. But no fiend, no undead.
Okay.
I'm part fiend.
Oh, and also Hawthorne pops up.
Except everyone in here.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's you guys.
Guys, you're mixing up the radio signals.
And so it's all wood. None of it is cloth, right?
All wood, no cloth.
Okay.
You said the center point is where the wood is the weakest?
Yeah, like the equidistant between like the two ends of like the log that you're in, basically.
Can I go over to that part and try to just, like, if not pry up the wood, to, like, break it?
Yeah, so as absolutely you can. Winter Scott Key kind of like stops you guys and is like, by the way, I need to find Emma and Chloe. I don't know where they are. If we pop out of here, are we just immediately swinging? What are, like, because someone is moving this carriage right now. What are we doing?
We
Because I will
escape.
kill everybody.
Could this even be reality?
This could be a painting.
Winter Scott Key just... Yeah, it could be a painting.
Oh, to test that, I try and imagine a flower in my hand. And see
I
if
was-
it appears.
I'm so proud of you, Darby. As you try to imagine a flower in your hand, nothing occurs.
We're not
are
in a
currently,
painting.
You are within a reality. You are within reality, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Then we...
Keep going. I'm having a long spell. Hold on.
We escape by any means possible.
Yeah, perhaps we just run.
Or we question whoever is driving this carriage.
How big is this carriage?
As you all have been moving around, you're able to kind of pass each other, but you're all kind of like crouched down, almost like crouch walking.
Okay, cool. So I'm not gonna use that.
Also, you're really quiet again, Moss. We can't really hear you that well.
Damn it! I don't know. Here.
Allatour casts fireball in the carriage.
I've got a
No.
nuclear bomb!
Ah, shit. Okay. Okay. I want to first point out the weak spot for Cherie.
Yep. All good.
And if I want to also give her guidance for that, but I'm also going to. Do we want to like? I could cast augury, and ask some questions, but it's gonna take a while. So, should we act now or?
Save your strength.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will help Cherie.
Okay, got it. Hathor helping Cherie. How do you guys like try to break out of this log? Like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
I have one dagger.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll since Wax has the object or the weapon, I'll let them go in first, and then whatever opening they can make, I'll just like either punch through or like try to pry up the wood.
No problem. So Wax. So would Wax like go in to do that with like the weapon first?
I am first going to cast first I'm going to cast magic weapon on the dagger.
Okay.
And it becomes a magical weapon.
Okay.
+1.
Incredible.
And then I'm going to there's no like points of construction, right? It's like smooth, like it was grown around us.
Yep.
Are there any like ridges in that weak spot in the center? Like not knots, that would be stronger. Like ridges that seem especially weak in the weak part.
Oh, like kind of like where you would split like a log of wood.
Yeah.
Well, because you're inside, you can actually see the grain itself, and so you would like be able to just see those weak points.
Okay. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to make an attack.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's such shitty damage.
Just wood.
Does an 11?
An 11 does hit. You're just hitting like a wood wall, basically. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Ah!
So that is...
I'm blind.
That is so... that's 10 points of magical piercing damage.
10 points of damage.
Nice.
So Wax, how do you like try to weaken the wood for Cherie to help out?
So it's less of like a stab like in action and more of like a prying and wiggling sort of situation.
Okay, got it. So like you're just kind of like dragging the dagger down these like veins of the log, basically trying to weaken it enough for Cherie to be able to come in and kind of just like burst through like the Kool-Aid man.
I'm whittling.
Okay, got it. Makes sense. And whittle you do is it's very effective. Cherie, how do you try to make like the first how do you try to like? Because let's be honest here, there's not going to be a quiet way of doing unless you want to make a stealth check. I can't envision a quiet way of doing such kind of exploding out. So like, how do you try to like break down this wall?
Because it's in the center on the floor, or
no, like a wall, like where a person could like step into a carriage, basically.
Oh, I see. So on the sides.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I'll like get as much of a running start I can at this tiny ass carriage and just.
Okay.
Like I'm busting down a door.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check then. Absolutely.
Guidance.
Athletics check.
Absolutely.
Okay, save your bless, Darbs.
Okay, cool.
Bless is just attack rolls and saving throws.
Good point. Excellent point.
That is 22.
A 1,000,000%. Go ahead, because like Winter Scott Key is like primed behind all of you guys. And he goes, and you're able to like all of you are able to see like claws come out of his fingers and like fangs extend out. Like he's a true vampire again. And he goes, he just kind of like gets ready. How do you two like get ready as Cherie is about to like break through?
Hmm.
I am. Oh, you go first.
No, you go. You go.
Ah, shit. Oh. oh, wait. Ah, damn it. Okay. Okay. God damn it. No, I couldn't.
Okay, I'm going to activate my Channel Divinity Peerless Athlete for advantage on strength and dexterity for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
And brandish my dagger.
Okay, brandish your dagger. Hawthorne, what are you doing?
I am going to cast Alter Self
Okay.
on myself. And I am going to natural weapons. I'm going, my teeth already pointed grow sharper and my fangs grow bigger. My fingernails harden into these black claws, and I am going to be dealing an extra d6 slashing damage.
Okay.
No, sure, yes. And it counts as magical, and I'm proficient with the unarmed strikes.
Okay, awesome. And finally, Cherie, tell me how you explode out of this carriage as you kind of like just shoulder charge into this weakened wood.
I think, yeah, it's very much like, FBI, open up! She just shoulder checks this wood, and falls like a stone, when she hits the ground. There is nothing graceful about
your
this.
shoulder, like you just kind of fall.
Yeah.
Like I got it.
Yeah. I mean, if possible, I'd like to try and get my feet under me.
Oh, you can definitely land in like a superhero landing, 1,000,000%.
Yeah. Cool.
It's FBI, open up. And the side of this carriage explodes. Light hits all of your eyes. It shines. It blinds you momentarily as all of you, and you jump out of this carriage. As you jump out of this carriage, you explode out of the cylinder. You emerge into evening air. As you look around, you are deep within a forest. Within a clearing used by like campers to rest for the evening. Cherie, as you hit the ground kind of like in like a combat stance, you are able to see that behind you, you're able to notice that the constant movement of the horse-drawn like carrot, like the log that you guys were in, was a horse tied to a tree to just almost doing like a walking simulator and just like an exercise machine to keep your carriage moving specifically. Every other carriage in this caravan has stopped for a luxurious evening, as you're able to also like kind of turning back as heads whip over to look at all of you. There are royal carriages with elegant drapes and carpets and tents rolled out, again, just for a night of luxury. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Hawthorne and Wax. As you guys pop out, you know, like dagger in one, like dagger in Wax's hand, magical dagger. Hawthorne like extended like fang is like those proficiency of like unarmed strikes. You guys like rock out and like your keen like lycanthropic senses are assaulted by a myriad of smells and sounds. First of all, the croaking of frogs, the whinnying of horses, the chirping of birds. You are in a whirlwind of nature right now, offset by the smells of perfume and cologne and fresh roses and pine trees and spilled wine and roasting meat and smoky campfires. And looking up, you are able to see a crystal clear night sky, not a cloud in sight. Clearly not within Jolie Pierre, not within any kind of mountainous fortress that you have been in for the last week of time. You are somewhere different entirely. And Hawthorne, you immediately notice a problem with no check necessary. You are a pirate. You are a sailor. And as you look up, there are no familiar constellations. Rather, all the stars are in almost like moving, abstract, artistic formations of blue, and purple and red and gold, with 2 full moons rotating around northern lights. An impossible sky. An impossible sky for everyone. Except for Wax, because this is a sky you haven't seen in a very long time.
Knew it,
Where
you son of
are
a
we
bitch.
right now? Where are we?
We're in the fucking Feywild. Ah, damn.
What?
Wax, go ahead and give me a nature check so you can figure out where you, or survival, to try to figure out where you are.
Okay, let's see. They're probably equally bad. Nature, survival. Survival? Actually, they're both bad, but survival is worse.
Okay.
Huh. 17.
Oh my, you beat a DC of a 16, Jesus Christ. You would be able to recognize this dense forest around you. You are currently within the wide expanse of royal hunting grounds, like basically under the protection of the Sealy Court and the Sealy Capital. You're in like the royal, like think of it like the Kingswood from Game of Thrones, or like just like kind of like historically protected forests that like kings would say only we're allowed to go into here. You are within like that kind of protected land for the Sealy Capital, that only the highest of Archfays and Archfey children are able to interact with. Specifically, because you beat that DC of a 16, you are currently within the most northwest portion. I was going to get a map. I have the map drafted here. I didn't have the time to make it today, but I'll get that to you in a couple days. The most northwest portion of these royal grounds, called Rex's Rectangle Tangle. Deep, deep forest. Now, scanning the environment further, do you guys, because there are patrons of this caravan that are not associated with you, but as you guys glance around, do you try to focus on like, okay, who exactly are these people? What are we dealing with right now? Or do you try to find your people specifically? What do you guys do? And you can be individual, because I have a couple things depending.
Wax immediately knowing where he is and being like, I'm not supposed to fucking be here, is, even though they look different, is looking for anyone who they would recognize, who they would have caused trouble with in the past.
Okay, patrons, got it. Cherie Hathor.
Cherie is just trying to get a lay of the land to see if these people are hostile, if like these are the people that put us in this carriage, brought us to this realm. Just trying to get her footing.
Okay, we'll say it's also like patrons, and then Hathor,
Yeah.
what are you looking for?
How lycanthropy do I look?
Does Hathor always have a sense, like, is Hathor her own mirror? Like, can she just kind of tell?
Yeah.
So, not terrible. Like, the slow overgrowth of arm hair, you guys have taken meticulous care to, like, make sure that, like, you're not showing outward lycanthropic symbols or, like, symptoms. But nothing too, nothing too extreme right now. If you want to give me an Arcana check, you definitely can. But you do not have to. And this is going to be an Arcana check of like a DC 20.
Of like how far along it is?
Yes.
Okay. That's a 14.
A 14? You still have your consciousness, because you don't know how much time has passed between swinging at the locket and now, but you're still conscious, so you still have time.
Oh. Did we perhaps... Is the dragon, like... Because it's Fae, I suppose, is... I'm saying this to the group, like, when you hit it, did we, like, get transported into it? Or, like, did a portal to the Feywild open up, you know? In a way. I wonder.
It's possible. Can I make some kind of like check about that? Is that possible?
You
or...
all, just so you know, you're immediately able to see, "Ah!" and people begin screaming, and pandemonium begins to overtake everyone. Go ahead and give me a perception check, all of you, real quick. Just give me beat a DC like 15, because it's like everyone's like running around, kind of like spilling their drinks, like hiding behind people, like trying to get ready, basically.
16.
16.
Ooh,
17.
17.
14.
14?
I would like to drop alter self
Okay.
or shift it away. No. I would like to drop alter self and instead cast enhance ability on myself and give me advantage on charisma checks.
Okay, absolutely awesome. Wax, you're able to pick one line out from like all of these like different people like shouting right now, and I'm gonna give you guys a description of like who you're looking at, but you're able to hear the prisoners have escaped. Like that cuts through everything. Okay.
That's not promising.
As everyone starts running and screaming, as you're able to see a combination of just like satyrs and pixie and like seasonal like eldarin and red caps and wood elves, like all of these different like like very fey, very magical, very unlike everything you guys have seen up until this point in Allatour. We have looking at the patrons, okay. And then Hathor, what was Hathor trying to find?
I think Hathor was with the 14. I think Hathor is more so trying to collect herself and get herself ready to hopefully parlay rather than
Okay,
fight.
got it. So like touching yourself up, trying to like just steel yourself, getting ready to like be the diplomat of the group if necessary.
Yes.
Okay, got it. For the patrons, for Wax Cherie, there are 3 different like sections to this caravan. And I'll let you guys know because Cherie and Wax, having been a part of royal caravans before, there's like there's just like the generic like almost like supporting guests, kind of like the lowest rung, again, all very high class, the lowest rung of the high class, kind of like the civilians basically. There then is like the servant class, and then there is like the actual higher court itself. What would you guys try to focus on individually?
I'd go for the higher court.
Higher court?
Wax is also okay. Well, what were the options again? It was higher court,
It was like
Guest-
general civilians,
guest
like the
servants.
servant class, and like the higher court.
Okay.
General civilians. For
Yeah, I'll look at the
Hathor.
general civilians, the party goers, trying to do a vibe check
Okay,
of
got
this
it.
gathering.
No problem. You're able to see like smaller tree ants and fairies and like some smaller like pony-esque centaurs all begin to run. They're all very dressed very nobly, which is a little bit strange because you know you're within a deep protected section of the forest right now. So having and again, we know how the Fae are with nature. Having this many people out here, it has to be some kind of special occasion in some way. But to have this like insane amount of like patrons with them is unheard of. To go down this path specifically, it's like trying to take like a party bus into a national park. It just doesn't happen that much. You know what I mean? However, you are able to see like some actually like and you're immediately able to clock pour like to your standards, pour doesn't matter, whatever. And you're able to see they all rush behind this line of like almost like Sealy Knights in a way, like a protective force, very similar to like the Pavel guards or the LaCroix guards or the Entree guards, the guards you've seen up until this point. And you're able to notice that there is one like central figure who's about maybe 5'8". You're able to see that he's a satyr with ginger hair. He has like a long goatee beard, and he has like full plate gold armor and bags of like overflowing candy like around his waist. Go ahead and give me a history check. Go ahead and beat a DC. I'm gonna say it's a 12. You probably know who this is.
Can I give guidance?
Yes.
Or...
Yeah.
Guidance.
E-story.
Story, Jake.
Story. God damn. I'm gonna flip my coin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
No, this is an 8. I rolled a 2 and then a 7. Sorry, y'all.
The name.
I'm good.
The name will come back to you later, most likely, or this person has simply been elevated since your time within the Sealy Court, like within the Feywild. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, and then we have Cherie looking towards the nobles of this caravan. Correct?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, so no check necessary. You're able to notice this is where like the wood elves and the seasonal Eldarin are really like the more like traditional D&D like stat block kind of stuff. The higher intelligence, the higher charisma-esque like species. As you know, the wood elves looking like very elegant in their displays of nature, and the seasonal Eldarin, they kind of all pairing up between like summer and spring and winter and fall with like different decorations around their tents and everything, and they are just like lounging, just kind of chilling out, not doing that much, not terrified of you guys, almost as like if it's like if you haven't seen danger before, you don't react that much to it when it comes for you, and so they're just kind of like, oh, very entertaining, oh my goodness, that's what they look like, they're so attractive, all of them, I didn't expect that. Go ahead and give me a quick perception check though, as you're looking at the higher court. Cherie.
Got it. 11.
With an 11, nothing really stands out. A lot of like big fabrics, a lot of expensive wines, lots of perfumes, but nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Okay, got it. As the royal, as like the protectors, as like a knight class, like kind of begins to approach you guys, what is the reaction here? What are you guys doing?
I'm going to stow my dagger. My hands up.
Okay.
I'll take the rear of the group and following along, I'll put my hands up, but can I also make a glance around? Do I see our stuff flying around anywhere nearby?
Everyone here give me a quick perception check. There's gonna be 2 DCs for this, a DC 12, and then a much higher DC of like a DC 20.
18.
12.
18, 12.
Oh, I'm gonna flip my coin.
Okay.
Shit! It's the same number. 12.
12. You're all able to notice that as this like satyr knight is approaching all of you, the sword that he wields is Winter Scott Key's gun sword, and the shield that he wields is F's shield, now Cherie's shield.
Whoa, easy. Hello. Pleasure to meet all of you. Quick question. Where is here? And what's going on?
You mean to ask me where here happens to be when you're standing right there? Well, I can't
Oh,
tell
I
you
am-
where here is because I'm over there and you're over there, and I'm here.
Oh.
Well, surely you wouldn't insult a lady, especially one who is a little underdressed, and I like brush my hair back and like try to look a little bit more presentable as I'm desperately trying to keep a cool while also being like, you said prisoners. Could you tell us what our crime is?
Why, indeed I shall, certainly, because it would only be fitting of a man of my status to explain the crimes that have been done of the both legal variety and the offenses that you have done across this wonderful protected land. Let me go down to what your crimes are. Hold on, I have it written down. Where the fuck is it? I just need to, he takes out a scroll, it's comically long, it goes for miles. You are all, well, first of all, I simply must introduce myself, because it would be uncouth, it would be uncomming, that is not a problem we have here. It would be uncouth of myself to not properly introduce myself before letting you understand my thorough authority. You see, my name, and you shall address me in full every time, is Royal Guard Pancake of the Sealy Court, sworn sword of sweetness, protector of the Warden of Flowers.
What was that look? What was that look, Darby?
It was nothing. Everything's fine.
One more time for those of us at home.
Yes, for the audience. Royal Guard Pancake of the Sealy Court, sworn sword of sweetness, protector of the Warden of Flowers.
Warden of the Protector of Flowers.
Protector of the Warden of Flowers.
Ah.
Actually, wait, I can just do this.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Please, and thank you.
There you go. I don't know if you can copy stuff from Twitch chat, but there it is.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Warden of Flowers.
Well, Royal Guard Pancake of the Sealy Court, sworn Sword of Sweetness and Protector of the Warden of Flowers. It is a pleasure to meet you, as it is a pleasure to meet everybody else. I'm a little unfamiliar with the crime and punishments of your world. Do they, perhaps, in my world, they're a little bit boring. We call them court cases, and somebody stands and talks for a long time. But I'm sure that there are other ways in which we could prove our innocence, or, in my culture, parlay. I'm desperately trying to be as charming as fucking possible right now.
Pancake looks to you, and Pancake says, I fully understand perhaps the obscure oddities of this place. But as you all have committed such crimes within it, we must hold you to our personal laws. However, I can give a thorough description of exactly what I understand of how you shall be processed and punished. But first, the crimes of which you have requested. You are accused and hereby found guilty of the destruction of Aleshi's protected lands with a mandatory 1,000 seeds planted for every plant destroyed, and your group currently owes 5.6 million seeds on top of the undecided sentencing. The arrival and harboring of Shadowfell creatures, such as but not limited to vampires and werewolves, and the unsanctioned creation of a new access point through the veil of the material plane, which we didn't know was possible until after the last time it happened.
I'm starting to think I can see what's going on here. Perhaps... Surely your people, as joyous and gay as they are, wouldn't sentence somebody to a crime without allowing the other person to speak their piece.
Why, goodness me, lady, that is exactly correct. For we shall not be sentencing you until we reach the Sealy capital. Now, that is going to be at least 3 days' ride eastward of here, and we are going to have to go through the Rex's Rectangle. He pulls out a map. Rex's Rectangle Tangle, then through the Quagmire Slow as Molasses, Morassus, Krogbog, Slog, and then through Dick's Fart Pea, and then we shall be at the capital city.
What is the name of the capital city?
The Sealy capital.
Oh, okay.
What if we would like to plead oopsie daisies?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Damn it! Guidance.
And also, by the way, the most ridiculous thing any of you have ever heard or seen.
26.
26, he got a nat 1. Everyone immediately goes, and everyone, you have changed the course of this game. As everyone goes, as Pancake, takes Winter Scott Key's blade, and he kind of kneels down, pierces it into the dirt, and Winter Scott Key goes, come on, man. He goes, my good sir, Wax is your name, correct?
You can call me Wilhelm.
A little jest, all right, excellent. Wilhelm, we shall call you for now.
Yes.
You wish to enact the sacred Fey rite of Oopsie Daisies. And you wish
Yes,
to...
indeed.
Now, for those of you that do not understand, Oopsie Daisies is a long-standing tradition within Fey and non-Fey spaces, originating from Queen Titania herself, with her very first mistake. It is a practice in which you will try to explain away your crimes and attempt to not only absolve yourselves, but also seek to have undone all of the emotional damage from everyone that you have affected. For Oopsie Daisies is... I've lost the accent totally. For Oopsie Daisies happens to be a ritual which has not been called upon in generations, and you wish to be the one to do it. Am I understanding you correctly?
That is absolutely correct.
This is a very, very serious request there, Wilhelm. Which means that we will need to elevate this to the highest courts possible. Now, for those of you not understanding, or maybe perhaps not in the know, Queen Titania's on sabbatical right now. Meaning that the judge of your Oopsie Daisies shall be passed down to the closest Archfey, the most powerful Archfey, along with it. We will need to travel to the capital city to see Sangori at once.
How do you spell that?
Let me see if I can put it in chat right now.
Also, Twitch is being weird for me. It won't let me comment anything.
To see Sangori, you say that's who's gonna that's who'll decide.
But of course.
What if I pled Oopsie Daisies to someone else, anyone at all?
Well, good lord, Wilhelm. Why not just piss in the sky and call it rain? If we wish to shit upon decades and hundreds of years and millennia of Fey tradition, well then why am I even wearing this armor and carrying around a bag of candy?
You know what? Royal Guard, Pancake of the Sealy Court, Sworn Sword of Sweetness, Protector of the Warden of Flowers, you got me there. You got me there.
Indeed. However, now that you have clear understandings of Fey tradition leading back generations, I, as Royal Guard, Pancake of the Sealy Court, Sworn Sword of Sweetness, Protector of the Warden of Flowers, cannot in good conscience keep treating you like simple, unseelie prisoners, though you may be. You shall be allowed to engage in only slight libations within this caravan, and shall interact with everyone within social standing in an appropriate context. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
Above table. While they've been chatting, could I make a perception check again and look not only for the rest of our stuff, but also if there's still a portal around here?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. 16?
With a 16, you are not able to see... I will let you pick out... How about this? For 16, I'll give you a hint to what's to come, and then I'll also let you find one of your crew right now.
Okay.
Emma and Chloe come as a pair. So it's Bure Bissett, Higgy, or Emma and Chloe. Mm-hmm. So who do you want... So as you're scanning, who do you see first? What's the name you choose?
I think I would go for Bissett first.
Okay. As you are scanning around looking for Bure Bissett, you're able to see, again, 18 years old, at kind of like longer, black hair. It's kind of like a nerdy appearance, honestly. But instead of the kind of drab wizard's clothing that he was wearing before, he's been given very colorful robes. To a point where it seems like he's never even heard of some of these colors, much less worn them on his person. And you're able to notice that he's off to the left with a gaggle of satyrs and fairies around him, and there are two 19, 20-year-old wood elves, a boy and a girl, swooning over him, being very outwardly seductive, and he is beet red and still as a statue. He is completely not moving or engaging at all.
Gotcha.
And what else are you able to notice with that perception check is above you, it's almost like it's strange because the insects here are crazy. I'm talking centipedes that also have wings but have very fat lips on them. It's crazy. It's just complete. It's crack nonsense. But as you're able to look up, it's almost like a bird or some kind of insect flying over you, and you're able to hear, And just like it's something above you. It's very high in the sky and going ridiculously fast.
Is somebody on my broom?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Or dead man.
All right. With all of that, as Royal Guard Pancake, I'm not saying the whole thing. I'm the DM. I can get away with it. He goes, then, if there are any issues concerning security, please come find me, Royal Guard Pancake, and all the like. And, well, if there's any other need for anything else, I am sure we can accommodate you in some way. And I failed to get... and kind of like looks to Wax Wilhelm, your name is kind of already known here. Looks to Winterscott, Key, Cherie, and Hawthorne goes, but I apologize, for I've been very rude because I have imprisoned you and taken you far away from your landing spot. What are the rest of your names?
F. F.
F?
You can call me Pinky.
Pinky, okay. Please remind me of these. You guys have confirmed it. You are using fake names. Excellent idea.
Hathor's just thinking back to a fairy tale her mom read her where it was very, very clear. Don't give your real name to fairies.
Laundry!
Laundry!
I'll get that in a second. As you guys say that, Winterscott Key, he goes, okay, so we're not... Okay, all right. And he kind of like retracts his true vampire form, and he looks Pancake right in the face, and he looks over to Hawthor, and he goes, Walter.
I think Hathor goes, I think she fully snorts.
It is a funny name, isn't it? A funny name for a funny short man. And Pancake jumps over, pats him on the head twice, and then skips away. As all the
I
knights
forgot that
do
that
the same.
wasn't his real name. Holy.
Oh, God. Also, you guys have been in the wrong frames the whole time.
Oh,
The
well, we
entire
can't see
time.
it.
We
over
can't
here.
see anymore.
Oh my God, I'm Cherie.
I've been waxed.
I haven't. I've been in the right
We're
frame
back.
this whole
We're
time.
Fixed it. We were just too caught up in the moment. So, knowing where Beer Haze Beset is, someone screaming and just flying around, still don't know where Emma Chloe is, still don't know where Higgy is, okay? As you guys have now been given free reign of this caravan. What do you... And if you want to talk about yourself, you definitely can. What are you guys doing?
Could you point us to the nearest where our stuff is so I can be in something other than my bra and boxers? Thank you.
Pancake skips over to you, Hathor, and he goes, clap, and he gives you a double high five.
I return it.
Double high five. He goes, well, you've picked up the culture very quickly here, a proper Fey greeting. Now, if you wish to, because like you guys aren't naked, I want to make that very clear. You're in like small clothes. You're in like
Yeah.
essentially what loungewear, like night clothes would be, or like pajamas, whatever.
That is my loungewear.
Loungewear.
Duh.
Well, if you wish to get yourselves new outfits, you could always go over to the main cart in the center, down the path, and you're just like the largest cart of all of them with like the proper royalty around. They certainly have different types of clothing for you to try on and wear. However, your weapons and armor have been procured for the safety of Fey individuals. Goodbye. And then he skips away.
I almost smack him on the ass, but I don't. I don't let the intrusive thoughts win.
And the floor is yours.
Is that motherfucker above our heads on my goddamn broom?
I would guess so. I would.
How far up are they?
80, 90 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah! Just...
Ah.
Bob, throw me!
Cherie, throw me!
Oh, God.
Perhaps we first reunite with our allies, get a sense of what happened before we attempt to add another crime to our list. Because,
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong, Wax, but they believe that our items are now theirs.
Is that what would that be generally the thought?
Well, I'll give you some stuff for free here, like Wax. Honestly, the concept of ownership is kind of weird here because so many people are constantly like picking pockets and taking things. There are very few things that are considered like sacred, unless you're like an archfey or someone of like great or like Shuri, like of a knight class, where it's like, oh, you can't just take someone's weapons, basically. But general things like armor, general things like magical items and things like that are like, I'm not saying that they like encourage crime, but it's done pretty frequently here. As but it's not a crime. It's like a prank, a practical joke. I wanted to see their cheeks get red and them get flustered. Like, yeah, that kind of stuff.
And well, they procured it, but soon enough we'll just procure it back. So it's neither here nor there. And right now it's there and not here.
I see. I point out where Basset is and say, perhaps that is where some answers lie.
Okay.
Unless you would like to procure your broom back, Hathor.
Let's go talk to the super powerful wizard first and see what he can do.
Very well.
Okay.
And also to warn you guys now, there is teeny tiny chance that this caravan might be the person who I wronged not long before I got banished, which resulted in her mother, the very archfey that we're supposed to go see to plead oopsie daisies, who then is the one who banished me in the first place. So we're in a slight pickle because she does not like me. So there's that.
Bad of a wrong was it?
From
like a scale of like accidentally calling your girlfriend your ex's name to dumping somebody's grandma's ashes down a drain pipe, where would that fall on there?
Probably like 2/3 a bit.
Oh,
Wherever
okay.
wrecking someone's relationship would fall on that
Okay,
scale.
so there's wiggle room.
There's wiggle room.
There's
Maybe.
room for oopsie daisies.
There's room for oopsie daisies. Well, there is not room for oopsie daisies. It was super duper on purpose. Well, it's complicated, but all to say,
But the punishment has been enacted.
well, it has, but now it hasn't because I am back.
But you
in
didn't
Feywild.
choose. You didn't choose to be back.
That's true, and that's exactly what we are pleading oopsie daisies
If
about.
you
It. So it's
had
great.
a choice, you wouldn't
It's
be
great.
here.
Exactly.
Big oopsie daisies. Big oopsie
Oopsie
daisies.
Big whoopsie daisies.
Winter's
I
got
just
something
wanted
and goes
to.
like, that's actually a phenomenal legal argument. This place is stupid. This place is stupid.
It's perfect.
Also, question: since you are Hathor puts her hands down. I don't know why. I don't know why I still want to do.
Two fairies fly by and give you two high fives.
Oh yeah. Food and drink. Should we not partake while we are here? Okay.
Probably
then-
not.
Okay.
Unless you want to stay forever. In which case, go right ahead.
So one of the fairies actually flies back like around and like, hi guys, I was eavesdropping. Totally no respect for privacy. So real quick, that's actually not true. That's like, now certain archfays have had powers to enchant food to make things permanently stay, but it's actually a point of misinformation around the Feywild in general. You can eat and drink here and participate in libation without being trapped here permanently.
Inside check.
Inside check.
Go ahead,
Inside
yeah,
check.
no problem.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
I was thinking back to Yuri, and I was like, Oh no.
Yep.
Guidance.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Hold on, let me do
18.
the math.
18.
29.
29.
Oh!
Damn, this fairy fucking sucks. So weirdly enough, this fairy does have a shirt, a tie, a briefcase, and a hat on, and goes, "I'm actually in charge of like a PR division for the Feywild in general. I'm part of the brigade, like a servant class here, and like part of it. I've already explained the rules over to your compatriots. They've been imbibing like for the past couple of days. So like they've already been eating. So either what I'm saying is true, or you're already fucked. So."
What's your name?
Oh, awesome! I get to finally do this. My name is Florbling.
Oh.
Florbling.
Hello.
Hello, Florbling.
Do you happen to know any good solicitors, lawyers?
Lawyers? Well, like. Okay, this is gonna be a very important check here. All right.
I mean, since you're part of the PR team, I'm sure you have had.
Gotta.
Damn. 2 2s. Goes.
Oh.
I mean, in general, like any Fey creature has a pretty good understanding of like Fey law overall, but besides that, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
Okay. Cool. So. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Florbling.
Was away.
So let's go save Bierhaze Passette from his panic right now. And then get some clothes.
Sounds like a plan.
And hopefully we can procure our items and escape before pleading oopsie daisies.
And as you guys trot your way over to Bierhaze Bassett, we're gonna take a very quick break.
Eek!
Welcome to arc number 4, 5, one of them. Welcome to the new arc. Welcome to the new arc.
Ooh.
We got transported like Harold in the Magic Chalk.
The magic chalk.
Magic crayon!
Magic Crayon. No, but what's the one with the chalk? Rudy with the Magic Chalk. That's what it is. That's a Nickelodeon show.
Rudy.
Yes.
Where he drew a circle and go into Chalk World.
Yeah. So yeah, all the rules have changed.
Rudy's got the chalk.
Congratulations, you guys woke up. You're already outlaws. Well, no, not anymore. You're now under diplomatic protection for oopsie daisies.
Mm-hmm.
And just like the painting imagination mechanics here, this is going to be, instead of that being like combat focused, this is going to be roleplay focused, where in this world, if you say something with enough confidence, and if it's stupid enough, they will probably just believe you. So in this, like in a roleplay fashion, I finally, there is a legitimate mechanical excuse for you guys to give me your fucking worst. Yes, let's go.
Listen, I've got a +8 to persuasion and I have advantage on it. So.
All right, but with that, we're gonna be right back. Hope everyone, McClover and Jason and anybody else that's watching, D&D Bins. D&D Bins, that was good. Welcome to the table. Hope you all having a good time, and we'll be catching you guys in a couple minutes. Peace out, guys.
Woo!
You're a freak!
And we're back. Okay. We are back with contagious, hideous laughter. Perfect for the Feywild. Perfect for Rex's Rectangle Tangle. Excellent.
Yeah.
Now,
Tangle.
you're all approaching Bierhaze Bassett, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you approach him again. 18 years old. He is sweating, red in the face, not moving at all. As you watch, as like a 19, 20 years old, a male satyr like fills up like a tall cup of wine, and a female satyr like whispers something into his ear, and that is where you guys enter into the scene. What do you do?
Can I do? Cause listen, I'm. This is my area. Is he enjoying it or is he not?
He is thoroughly uncomfortable. Thoroughly.
Okay. I walk up and I tap very politely on the satyr's aura. So it's a satyr and
It's two satyrs, boy, girl,
Okay.
both like 19, 20 years old.
I will tap on them and be like, "Hello, darlings. So lovely to meet you. Unfortunately, if you aren't aware, I do believe my friend is a little uncomfortable. But you can talk to us if you need to."
Look back at Beer Haze, looks to you, eye scans you up and down, kind of like sees you like very confidently kind of like eyeing both of them up. They look to each other, they go, okay. And they backflip away. they do a full standing backflip away from Beer Haze. They do not want that smoke.
Yep. And I'm like, "Remember personal space."
Hip, 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 hip. There they go. Into the forest they ride.
Okay.
I smack the cup out of his hand.
No, my fave vintage.
Have you been drinking?
Yes. But it's fine. A small little fairy told me it was cool.
And you believed her?
Well,
Them.
you know, I mean, we've been here for a couple of days and I didn't pack any rations.
Days.
Yeah, yes.
What do you remember?
All right, so here's what happened from my perspective. You hit the locket, and then it worked. It broke. And then about maybe a quarter of a second later, I was flying through the sky like a bird, and we were rocketing like far. The horizon was totally different. There was like 4 different suns. One was laughing, one was weeping, one was doing flips. We were rocketing toward through the sky. Boom, spellbook, protective barrier around all of us. Easy peasy. We flew. Oh, wait. Actually, give me 1 second. We flew over a swamp, over some mountains. We flew a deadly amount. We then immediately slammed down right into the middle of a forest, broke a lot of trees and flowers, and then suddenly, sprouting from some of us, like the earth began to like turn black, and then before I could react, a bunch of roots and vines came up, snatched my spellbook away, and then tangled us all in vines. You, points to you guys in Winterscott Key, and goes, "You guys were out, like completely, sleeping soundly." And then what happened was they constricted all of us, and then they put us in a large like wire case, like is it like vine, like wire, like cage basically. They would feed us berries and things, and then we were then taken into this caravan by the Warden of Flowers. And then after that happened, Higgy tried to fight back. Emma and Chloe had little wooden daggers that turned into tree ants and just kind of ran out of their hands. And they then confiscated our weapons. They put the 4 of you into the log, and then the rest of us they kind of took into the caravan, and then have been poking and prodding us ever since.
Where is Higgy and where are the children?
If memory serves, the children are over there entertaining the leshies, and points over, and you are able to see 3 leshies, again, these like 12 feet tall, like fey forest spirits. They've made almost like a throne of nature for Emma and Chloe, and Emma and Chloe are surrounded by at least like 6, maybe 8 different breeds of dogs, as they're petting these dogs, as the leshies are like, interesting, and they're just kind of like observing basically.
Okay, that's cute. Hathor's like, "Damn, I'm jealous. Look at all those dogs."
And everyone here, give me a quick perception or nature or history check.
If I do, wait, would you say nature, history, or perception?
Yes.
If I do history, Fae, Fiend, Undead.
Yes, it would be.
Thank you.
I got to a natural
Guys.
20.
Incredible.
Hey guys, my coin's back.
Okay.
Aww.
I have been rolling like dog shit, except for that one insight check that didn't matter.
Hawthor, I have a reason for that nat 1. We're gonna get into that in 1 second, okay?
Okay.
16 history.
16. Cherie, as you look over to the leshies, you see like 3 of them. and you're able to identify like a pattern. Like so one of them has like a fall appearance, like autumn leaves are like coming off of them, a lot of like oranges and browns with like, almost like a skirt around her waist, like an enormous, like 6 feet tall, with like blackberries and like apples and onions and garlic like kind of like growing off constantly. Another one has like a winter appearance, like cold dark colors with like no like barren branches, like no vegetation whatsoever, and looks like the thinnest of like all of them, just because he doesn't have like the ample nature kind of coming off of him. And the last one looks like summer, and is almost like just like large, like the fattest of all of them, because it's almost like a ball of like grass and wheat and corn stalks with animals like constantly moving in and out of this like hay bale-esque appearance. And you're like, oh, summer, fall, winter. Wax, you with a nat 20 realize that there is a fourth one that is missing. A fourth one whose name you already know.
Okay. Oh. Do I see her around somewhere? Seeing that she is the one who completes this set, I want to scan around.
Oh, my apologies. Sorry, not the Warden of Flowers, not her.
Oh!
There is a fourth Leshy that is missing, who you have already met, all of you.
I see.
Oh.
Okay. Much more sense.
Yeah. The Leshy of Spring.
God,
Okay.
that all of us were like, huh?
And Hathor, the reason why you got that nat 1 is because as you're kind of like scanning around, before Beer Haze even says anything, you're able to spot Higgy very easily. You see Higgy, he is like sitting on the roof of the main caravan that was gestured to, where it's like, oh, if you want to get clothes, go to that caravan, go like the noble caravan. He is sitting in like basically the most elevated position possible, like above everybody else, and he looks completely different to like what happened before like you guys got transported here. I have his description right here. Again, with all the nobles kind of like everyone kind of having settled down, eating, drinking, just enjoying the festivities, all of them are stealing glances up at Higgy, because Higgy is a completely new outfit. He's not in any kind of armor. Again, everyone's been like stripped of like their armor, like defensive or offensive capabilities. And he's in this like white and gold toga, like gilded with gold, like ornate designs. And like the toga is like specifically designed so like you're able to see his calves, his thighs, his chest, his biceps, his entire like muscular physique is on display. And you go like, so you don't even clock Emenclaw. You go, that's him. There he is. Yep.
I'll be right back.
As Beer Haze goes, oh, also, well, before you go, just one quick thing. Bit of a problem. He kind of like wrings his hands a bit. He kind of doesn't know how to say this. He goes, so I've been having some memory problems recently. I've been trying to devise a spell to solve it. The problem is that, they took my spell book, and I know the spells, I know what they're supposed to do. I can't manufacture a copy.
Okay. Do you perhaps still remember a cure for lycanthrope? Because if we cure it before our Oopsie Daisy trial, that's another charge that's out of there.
I'll do a quick little. I'll do an Arcana check to see because like there might be
guidance.
Because my first
all the
thought,
guidance in the world.
1,000,000%. My first thought for him was it would be a remove curse spell, which he would be high enough level to have. But also like if it's just a pure memory check of there's a physical like antidote for this would be the place to get it. So I'm gonna roll this with disadvantage, but it's guidance, correct?
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that guidance and give me the number.
I'll pick this one. Fly, my pretties. 2.
With a 2, okay. Now, Bjerhaze Beset does get a +10 to history. With a +2, it's going to be a +12. He's going to roll this with disadvantage. He's got to hit a DC 25. So both of these dice need to be a 13 or above. All right? Two 13s.
Yes!
That's crazy.
Yes!
He looks over and goes,
I give him some friendship love.
I
channel
squeeze his
his
shoulders.
who's touching me?
Sorry, never mind.
I sprinkle some pig magic at him, but it's platonic.
He goes like 2 zests of lemon, 1 sprig of ginger. He starts like listing off like all the ingredients. It's weirdly like fruit based, which makes no sense. Like it's like you
Write that down. Write that down.
You get to the end of like 12 different ingredients, and it's like, wait a minute, the only magical component is the same ingredients for a healing potion? What the fuck? And he gives you like the concoction to make like a cure, like to basically a remove curse like potion essentially.
Okay.
Okay. That's. I think like Hathor just kind of like grips who's ever next to her just by the shoulder as she like a sigh of utter relief. Just, okay.
I have a lemon.
I could kiss you right now. Thank God for that. Okay. Gonna need. Okay. Okay.
Oh, but also, by the way, it is possible for me to, like, if the spellbook was returned to me, to teleport us out of here and get back to the material plane. The problem is that I think it might be difficult to get the spellbook back into our hands.
Do you know who has it?
Yes.
Who?
Points to Wax. You're not gonna like the answer.
Oh,
Hey,
it's Spritz, isn't it?
Hey, if Spritz. Okay, hold on. If we succeed in the Oopsie Daisy trial, maybe we could get you unbanished,
Rebanished.
rebanished,
Rebanished.
without just your parole's not been violated.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, cause Sangari, she will want whatever I don't want.
So then
Okay.
you don't want to be banished,
Exactly.
rebanished.
Yes. So.
And so we don't want our weapons and armor.
No.
Well, but here's the thing.
I feel so free without my material goods. I'm gonna be a minimalist.
Oh, I think some blood's coming out of your nose.
That hurt a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like it. We can. I mean, it's. We could probably do some fuckery with that.
Hopefully.
You mentioned procuring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go get a shirt and some pants.
Wise.
Yeah. Whew, we have a cure. Sorry.
Like Cherie's first ever like jovial engagement.
I think Hathor fully like stumbles back a little bit from the
Sorry.
floor.
Cherie,
No.
that was so silly.
Good job, Cherie.
It's the custom of this realm.
It was wonderful.
I like throw some pink sparks up into the air, like yay!
Go
Okay.
get clothes and talk to Higgy.
Okay.
Or whatever fake name he's given, if anything.
Good point.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And goodbye, Hawthorne. By the way, my name is BB here. I thought it fitting.
That's
That's
so
adorable.
sweet.
Yeah.
BB.
Yeah, I had to dig
I actually already wrote BB in my notes.
Yeah, it works pretty well, doesn't it? I mean, I'll be honest, I kind of had to dig to a deep personal place to pull out that nickname. I haven't had a lot of people call me that, yeah, so.
Do you want us to call you BB?
Well, you
when we
kind of
get outta
fucking
here?
have to, don't you?
Oh yes, Wilhelm F.
Wilhelm F.
Pinky.
Pinky, yes. All right.
Walter.
Yay!
Yep. Well, yeah, Walter Scott Key goes, okay, I'm gonna go get my kids back from the Leshies. I don't know if anybody wants to go chat with them with me, but I'm going there, so.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Because they turn, they walk over. And also, you guys need a lot of natural ingredients for the potion, so.
True. Yes.
Okay, so Winter Scott Key walking over. BB, he's like, I'm just gonna sit here and just keep drinking wine. I'm just kind of like being alone. So he just kind of sits down. Anything else?
One last thing for you. So I look up and said, "What of your castle of Set Bow?"
And the dragon.
So shall we? Well, good news and bad news. The good news is that the dragon has been permanently destroyed. The bad news is that we're currently in the Feywild, and once we exit through that canyon pass down there, he points eastward because like the general topography has been like shared with these guys, like where they're going. There's a gap in the mountain pass going that way. We're going to you will see the results of what happened. Which, by the way, not blaming anyone for anything. This is a crazy time, and also I'm a wizard. It would not be that difficult for me just to rebuild things, but you'll see. Okay.
We'll see your home from here.
In a way.
Very well. You know the laws of this land better than, well, almost better than most of us. Stay there, and I'll go with Wax and Wilhelm and Walter. / look for any ingredients that he listed.
Okay, Leshies for you guys, Higgy for Hathor. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, kick ass, amazing. All right, so we're gonna focus on the Leshies first. As you guys walk up to the Leshies, you are able to notice that they are all like Emma and Chloe are sitting on this throne petting these dogs, and you see Chloe, the younger one, go. And like sometimes if you like scratch them like in between the legs, like the right spot, like their legs would kind of do like this, and you see like a big like undomesticated German Shepherd just start like kicking his leg because like she found like the spot basically, and the Leshies go, "What fascinating magic is this? We had no idea. Please do this one next." And they pick up like essentially just like a like moderate like sized like coyote and kind of like put it like into like Emma's lap. And Emma goes, "Okay, just let me examine this fine specimen here, and I can teach you a few things." "Oh, my friends!" And they see you, and like Winter Scott Key rushes over along with you guys. What do you guys do?
Insight check. Are they enjoying this or are they uncomfortable?
No insight check necessary because like, you know, they're fucking kids. They're the dogs helping, definitely. Having these like eldritch beings constantly around them, they're not threatening them in any way, but it's kind of like you guys are fucking huge scary monster giants, and this is a little bit weird, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's somewhere in the middle.
Okay. I'll defer to Wax. I'll let Wax do the talking, and then I'd like to look around for any of the ingredients that BB mentioned.
Okay.
Hello. Pleasure to make all of your acquaintance on this fine evening. First of all, these two young ones here are the wards of my dear friend Walter here, who I know was mighty worried about them. If he could just check in, if that'd be all right.
Quick question, Darby. Has Wax pissed off any Leshies before?
Not egregiously. They're like park rangers.
Yes, they are.
They're no fun to screw with because they're just so chill. They're just out there doing their thing.
Yeah, okay. You're able to watch as the winter appearance Leshy kind of turns away from the girls and goes, "The young ones, they are," and then kind of like looks to Winter and goes, "They are your offspring, they're your litter. And Winter goes, it's a bit of a weird way to put it, but yes. So, Emma, Chloe, please get down from there now. And the girls go, oh, Dad, you're awake. Awesome, sick. They kind of like put the dogs aside and immediately hop down to kind of like rush over to him. And the Leshies go, they have been very educational in the ways of showing affection to canines and canine variants. And like it kind of looks at you, looks at you, Wax, and goes, but you owe me thousands of seeds planted for the nature that was destroyed upon your entry.
Yes. See, that was... We are, to be totally honest, pleading oopsie daisies. It was a... Is any consolation, we do have what might be some valuable information for you three on your missing fourth Leshy.
Weep. We are unsure what happened to him, but it has been a great many seasons since we have seen the Leshy of spring in these forests.
See, there was some disturbances on the material plane that caused some fey creatures to fall through time, through the veil, to the material plane. And in the past few months, traveling around Allatour, we ran into Weep on the material plane, who was quite confused. Thought that he was in the Feywild. To be totally honest, I can't remember how we left him.
I think
no harm.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
He was perfectly well. He was perfectly fine.
I think you guys said, like, don't go into his forest and it's all gonna be cool.
Yeah. We basically told any civilians not to go into his forest.
Brokered a deal.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped some poachers. We helped him stop some poachers.
Yes. We teamed up with Weep. Stopped some poachers. And to be totally honest, with this whole cool thing where we can come here now, could be easier than ever for us to return Weep to his rightful place here beside you all. So
they'll kind of like touch each other and go, the reuniting of the seasons would be wonderful. Are we able to go and retrieve him?
Some weird time things appeared to have happened when Weep went. So I don't know. I don't think I would send you guys yourselves. You can delegate to us, and we can retrieve Weep. And would that perhaps be equilateral?
What is
Not the
Cherie
correct
doing
word.
during all of this?
I did want to say when Walter said Emma and Chloe's names, I would have gone.
My daughters to me. And Emma.
Eva, Caroline.
Sir Cherie, how foolish you have been. Sir Cherie.
F, sir, I am Sir F. You forget yourselves, foolish children.
Sir F for fun. You have forgotten that my name is Lady Emmy, and my sister's name is the Princess Lola. But of course, the whatever names you just said also apply to us, the ones that you said first.
Forgive me, Lady Emmy and Princess Lola. Please return to your father, Walter, at once. He is quite worried.
Walter is just like the fucking like straight man, and he's like, the pearls of my life, please, to my sides. he looks like he's fucking miserable. This is the opposite of everything that he's wanted. And they go, okay, and they kind of like hop down, they rush over to him. Mm-hmm. As the Leshies are engaged. Do you like so Shorty, like with the natural materials, do you try to like find them and like take them, or are you like kind of waiting for your time to ask?
Does it seem like they're on the Leshies?
You can see a wide variety of fruits, and like all of the dozen fruits and leaves that you would need to do this are here.
Okay. Then, yeah, I would wait for Wax to butter them up a little bit before asking. And in that waiting, after sorting things out with Walter and his daughters, I kind of like grab him by the collar of his shirt, pull him close. Get it together.
I'm sorry. I'm not good at acting.
You don't have to act, just follow their rules.
Okay. Salutes you.
And I'll turn back to the conversation.
You turn back. The Leshies, to your response and your like request for liaison, Wax, the Leshies all become one. Like they go, one moment, and they become one ball of like fused seasonal nature, and you can like see like it's almost like the globe with like hemispheres and like time zones of like winter and fall and summer and winter and fall and summer, and then they all like kind of reemerge and go. We have decided that if you are able to return the Leshy of Spring, weep to us, then we shall strike your tax of seeds from our memories.
That would be much appreciated, and we would in fact be delighted to return Weep to his rightful place with you all.
Yes, but there must be an agreement that you must return. And you're able to watch as the Leshy of Summer, from like her like very bulbous form, a vine begins to grow out of like where her belly button would be, and you see a like just like a singular like pine cone like be presented to you, and goes, this pine cone has been passed down from generation to generation, has grown, has reproduced, and has produced seeds such as this. This pine cone has not yet become fertile to spread and pollinate. As long as this pine cone remains intact, our deal shall be honored. However, if this pine cone is destroyed, we shall consider you a traitor and an enemy of nature, and shall enact all of nature's wrath upon you, shall we see you again. Treated with
Sounds
much
like a
care,
plan.
and hands it over to you.
I will be very, very careful with it. I don't know what to do with it.
They watch you so closely to see what you do with it.
I'm trying to think of like... Yeah, I was thinking that too.
You still have the ring?
I do.
Could you leave it with Pinecone?
Maybe. Okay. Okay. So I turn back to the Leshies and say, before I do this, just know that this was given to me. I don't know how they came to be in its possession before they gave it to me, and I had a feeling that the way that they obtained it was not on the up and up. So that with that disclaimer, I will twist my ring and summon Pinecone.
A nature storm of leaves and gravel and rocks and sticks all begin to form together into a very earthen donkey, as and you're all able to hear, or whoever can speak ancient Sylvan begins to like hear like, well, hi, it's been a couple of weeks since you called me out here, and the Leshies immediately go, Pinecone, and they all like begin to like swarm around him. And they begin to be like, we have not seen you in so long. It is wonderful. I assume that Weep has been asking after you. Have you been fed? Have you been cared for? Your donkey form is looking exquisite as ever. And they begin to treat Pinecone with a surprising amount of respect for the status that you were aware of.
So you do know Pinecone? Pinecone came from here?
Of course, one of Weep's emissaries that we would send to the Sealy Court for representation for the protection of our lands.
Huh.
And
A
yeah, so
diplomat.
Pinecone's a diplomat. So
All right. the pine cone. Well, first of all, you, given that this is your home that you were probably stolen from, you don't have to stay with me if you don't want to. But if you would, I was wondering if I might leave this pine cone safely in your possession to hold up my deal with the Leshies here to return Weep to the Feywild.
Well, first and foremost, Wax, Wilhelm, sorry, I ain't no fucking quitter. I'm seeing this to the end, first of all. Second of all, I kind of enjoy the fact that I'm able to just kind of take a little bit of a nap at the end of each day, so I don't mind being in the ring, not at all.
Okay, good to know.
Third, I think that's pretty appropriate because it's a pine cone and I'm pine cone.
Exactly.
So, with all due respect, tear, cry, sad, am I able to consume this pine cone and have myself be the token of peace to this changeling motherfucker here? And they go,
You have learned very naughty words, Pinecone. However, we would be honored if you would act as the emissary for Wilhelm here.
he goes,
Right.
okay. And he just kind of opens his mouth.
I hold out the pine cone and I feed it to him.
He just swallows it whole.
Oh, ow.
Well, I can't break it because then they're gonna kill us.
Good point. Good point.
But now I was reformed inside of me when you summoned me.
Aw, that's beautiful.
Okay. All right. But now, I do need to make sure that these people don't get themselves killed going around Fey territory. So, Tia, cry, sad, Weep sends his regards, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. And they go,
All right, Pinecone, excellent. And they kind of look at you like confused. They're like, Where did you get such powerful friends?
Oh, we're kind of heroes back on the material plane, to be honest. So, it's kind of fitting.
If you are ever in Rex's Rectangle Tangle again, we'd be happy to hear how you are a hero to nature.
and back to nature they return, as... I'm sorry.
Since you've garnered this deal with Wilhelm here, and we can attest we have a witness to our deeds here among Pinecone, may I ask for some ingredients from your supply? It's for a very important cause to help with our oopsie-daisy case.
To have the Leshy return to us, it would be nothing but a small harvest.
And they will happily hand over, I don't have all the ingredients listed.
Yeah.
All of the ingredients. You're carrying like an entire bushel of assorted fruits.
Yep. I'd put the lemon in there from Apocalypse Pat.
Durian? What?
Look, I don't know why she asked for it. I just gave it to her.
And it will not be forgotten. Thank you.
All right. Cherry, Wax, Winter Scott Key, Emma, and Chloe are able to heel turn and walk away. Alrighty. Where do you guys head off to reunite with Hathor, or what are you guys doing?
Perhaps we should... I'm aware of food and drink, but is clothing something to be wary of in the Feywild?
Probably fine.
And I guess we should cover ourselves, though we are not indecent.
Okay. As you guys head over to the main carriage and begin kind of like rummaging through the copious amounts of clothes strewn everywhere of various sizes and fashions, Hathor, we're gonna see what you were up to during that conversation, okay?
Yay.
All right. Higgy is atop the carriage. He's sitting there, and he immediately clocks you because you are his lady, and he loves you very much. And he goes, oh, and he like stands up and goes, "Come here, come here, come here, come here." Just kind of like adjusts you over. He straight up takes like one of the elemental seasonal elves and goes, "Move," and just kind of shoves them out of the way and just grabs you into a big hug.
I show off a little.
What do you show off?
Knowing that everybody's looking at him, I take his face and I just smooch him. I smooch him.
You are able to
give him a
hear
great
a
big kiss.
whole host of like shocked and appalled gasps from all of the royalty surrounding you.
And then my like arms like draped around his like shoulders and neck. I go, usually when I am this unclothed, we are not with a huge, great big audience around us. So let's get me a shirt and some pants, and then let's go up to your spot and we'll talk.
You are able to watch as like all of the they're called Eldarin, by the way. All of the wood elves and the Eldarin, they all are like hands clasped over their mouths and are like gripping each other's like clothing, and their eyes are just full of like disbelief at this display.
Can I do an insight check? What's their vibe?
You absolutely can,
What's
no
their
problem.
deal? Can I give myself guidance?
Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah, sorry. The hard part with guidance is you should do it before you roll, but
Yeah.
nobody ever remembers. It's fine. It's not that much. 17.
Was it 17? You know when you're watching a show and something happens where you go, I am so excited to see what is about to unfold because of these actions? That is what they are like looking at you like.
I twirl a bit of his hair with my finger. I'm fully leading into I'm just flirting with you right now because I love you, but also because it's the only thing making me feel sane.
Hathor, first of all, I am so very happy that you are here.
I'm so glad to be out of that tree.
They have been saying the most inappropriate things to me constantly. I mean, constantly. It's insane. It's to a level that I would consider it sinful, and I'm a very pro-sex kind of guy. Like,
I do a once over him, and then I wolf whistle. And I'm like, surely nothing worse than I've said to you.
and then kind of looks at you and goes like, of course not, absolutely not. We're in a bit. They took my weapons. They took my armor. First of all, so happy that you're awake. Very happy about that. It's been a couple days. It's been wild. They have been. Yes, what's up?
Well, I think we're close enough to be on a nickname basis, so you can call me Pinky while we're here.
Oh yeah, and if I fuck up, my apologies. That does not count, obviously.
No, it's totally fine. And what should I call you?
Huggy.
I give him a big hug.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah. Well, because they changed my clothes and they basically said like, oh, it looks like you can give a lot of hugs, and it was just an excuse. I had a line of 100 people all waiting to hug me for 30 seconds each. My arms were getting sore.
You can put me down.
No. I mean, like, it was like they're. I don't like, and they kind of like they look at you. He looks at you and goes, "I don't think they've ever seen. I mean this just honestly. They've never seen someone of my physique before. I don't think they have. I think it's a lot of like elves and like kind of smaller people.
A lot of lithe. Slender.
They don't know what to do. It's like they're at the zoo. I don't.
I just like send a look to everybody around here. It's less I think Hathor pretending to be a little bit more possessive than she naturally is.
Okay.
More so because it makes Higgy uncomfortable, and it has the same energy as when she was talking to the two satyrs.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
And with that, like, incredible, like, possessive energy, do you have any, like, other, like, thing you want to talk to Higgy about?
So let's get some clothes.
Yes.
We have pleaded Oopsie Daisy to.
Okay.
Apparently it's this big ancient tradition.
Oh, one of the nobles just faints, just fully like blacks out. Cannot believe it.
I mean, yeah. What else are we gonna do? Where did they take your clothes? I'm sorry. We don't. What? Where's my broom?
Okay, so couple answers to that question.
Okay.
Yes, so excellent. And then suddenly you hear and you are able to hear a sonic boom occur like behind Higgy. Higgy kind of like grabs you to like protect, but your hair is like blown back, like your chest kind of like shakes a bit as something very fast just stopped moving very close by, like right next to you. And like you're able to then hear like and you're able to hear like a rustling of bristles in the wind as Higgy kind of like lets go. You're able to see a figure standing before you, like right next to like where it's like there's like 5 feet away. And this figure dismounts your broom, Hathor. And I'm gonna send a picture of what this person looks like. Let me go to here, and I can go to here, and then I'll give a wonderful description for later. Can I not? Okay, can't do that. Let's see. Should be able to. Darby, help me out. You know who this is.
I was about to say, if it's who I think it is.
I literally can't. Yeah, no, I literally can't post a picture. I don't know why.
In Discord?
Yes, I'm trying to post it to the NPC chat. Right under Audley.
Maybe take a screenshot of it if it's from a Google Doc.
I could do that. That's a good question. Let's see. Let's race, Darby. Let's see who can get it first.
Dun, dun,
There we go.
dun, dun.
Ah, fuck.
Oh!
I had just gotten it.
So you're able to see a figure whose name has already been mentioned several times. The Warden of the Flowers, also known as Spritz. And Spritz is full of energy. It is a person that you'd look at and describe them as musical through and through. Dark skin, rosy cheeks, white freckles all over her face, tall, pointed ears. Her hair is like short and like shaved on the sides with like small dreadlocks on top, but all of the hair is like reddish pink all the way through. She has purple eyes and large jewelry for earrings and bracelets and rings. But Hathor, again, sonic boom, like a jet going Mach 1, you're able to look over, and all of you kind of look over to see her, and you're able to see that her clothing is a mess. It is a mishmash of non-matching armor and weapons and items because they are your armor and weapons and items. Cherie, you are able to see, again, none of this fits her properly. None of it at all. She's wearing Cherie's half-plate armor on top of Wax's scale mail with Hathor's leather armor like riding pants. And you're able to see she has Palm's Favor strapped to her back, along with Autumn on one side, Thorn on the other, and is riding Hathor's broom when she appears.
Hello.
She appears and goes, oh my god, that thing has kick to it. Alrighty. And just...
Yeah. It was built to go fast. My name's Pinky. Pleasure to meet you. And I hold out my hand for a shake.
She looks you up and down 8 separate times, and then immediately goes like, she like kind of like, it's just so much metal. It literally, it can't be sexy because there are too many moving parts. But she tries to like wander like up to Higgy, fully bypassing like your hand, and like goes to like put a hand onto his chest.
I take her hand and I shake it with both of mine. I go, so wonderful to meet you. What is your name?
So my name is Spritz.
Hi, Spritz. Lovely. I would love to have a very quick chat with you.
Oh, with me? Oh, because I was
Yeah.
gonna have a quick chat with that
no,
raging hunk of
he's
muscle.
Mine. So you're gonna talk to me first.
No.
No. I don't think you understand. And I like actually like put my hands on her shoulder and like using the weight of the armor, I want to like sit her down on a stump, like a tree stump, nearby.
She now
As there's like now like crackling like hot pink energy coming, like it's like making like static, like making some of Hathor's hair float.
Now, Wax, you watch Hathor basically put her hands on not only an Archfae's daughter, but also, in this context, a nuclear bomb. So, you...
And I want to cast Calm Emotions.
Okay,
Excellent. Go ahead and give me. Wait, hold on.
You have disadvantage because I have Higgy's charm.
But also,
think.
I'm pretty sure, like, wouldn't a fey creature have immunity to a charm effect, though?
It's not a charm. It's like hold on. It's different. It's not a charm person. It's a...
And that's not me trying to be a dick about it, because
No, that's totally
I was gonna
fine.
roll with that.
Let me
I was
look.
also like, yeah, wait a minute, this is like their whole thing. I'm pretty sure they'd be able to resist.
I think
this.
they like may have like advantage against it, or like resistance to it,
Hang on. It
Probably.
is-
or like yeah, that'd be for like charm person.
No. It's not. It doesn't say anything about Fae with it.
Okay.
Because it's the creature. Because like it's immunity to charmed and frightened conditions. Blah blah blah. Creature becomes indifferent. Indifference. Like it's. I really just. It's a charisma saving
Immunity
throw.
to Fae. Okay, fuck it. But you know what? I'll roll the save. No, so she's
Can I
very powerful,
give
very
her-
powerful spellcaster. I will still roll
Can
the
I
save.
give her disadvantage with
Okay.
Higgy's charm? Or...
Yes, you can. A
I
flat
don't remember.
roll.
I don't remember the exact mechanics.
Okay, go
Oh
ahead and look that up for me. Also, Cherie and Wax, you guys are able to watch and see Hathor begin talking. Well, whether or not you care about the person, whatever. You see all of your stuff on this one person's being.
Mhm.
What do I gotta roll?
It's a 15.
15? Okay.
I don't want to play. I'm so nervous.
You got it. You got it.
Disadvantage. He has disadvantage.
With her
Oh,
stats,
it's a flat roll.
Flat roll. With her
Oh.
stats pulled up right next to me, due to this being like a straight up like boss level encounter, she has to roll a 2 or a 1 on this die to fail. Okay.
Take me a bit closer, tiny dancer.
That is a 19 on the die. However, she still allows you to sit her down. Moss,
Okay.
what would so she sits down, she like looks at you and her eyes go what? You know the spell has failed, but she totally goes along with you and you like sit her down and she just has like it turns into a bit of a grin as she just like
I immediately take my hands off of her. It is not like I'm not one to like, do that to a person. As I clap my hands together, fully just in my small clothes still.
okay.
And I go, one moment, and I will, like, from Higgy, I'll, like, tear off, like, a strip,
Okay.
and I'll use it to tie my hair up.
Okay.
And I will turn back to her and say, that's better. Hi, my name is Pinky. It's a pleasure to meet you. Forgive me for coming on a little bit strong. However, some of the things you are carrying are of deep, deep, deep importance to me. And I would rather have a conversation with you. And who knows? Maybe we could be friends. Maybe not. I am not one to be terribly jealous, although, I mean, if your attentions and affections are welcomed, go for it, absolutely. But if not, that's a different conversation. However, before any of that can happen, I am going to need that broom back, if you could be so kind. And if there's a different way of me getting that back, please enlighten me. I would love to hear it. Can I do a persuasion check?
Nope. No, we're already you cast a spell on her. So Cherie and
Okay.
Wax, what do you guys do when you see this?
I look at Wax. You know this person?
Yeah.
Sweating.
You are going to talk to them.
Oh, I feel like that would make this much worse.
But you know them.
In a way.
Sweating.
Would
I'm
it
sweating
would it
so
help or
bad.
harm Hathor if you were to talk our way out of this?
Harm.
Would they recognize you in this form?
I think they all seemed to know who I was. I tried to pivot a little bit, but I think it was too late.
Very well, and I'll just fish the closest thing I can find, something that resembles what Higgy is wearing for Hathor.
Okay.
And I will charge up to where they are.
She might respect this, though. There's a lot of audacity here, and I think she might respect it. I would hope. I don't know. Can I roll an insight check? Can I roll about it?
Wait, hold on. So what are you doing? Because I have seen there's a lot of ideas right there, and then it was like, wait a minute, yeah, hold on, no. What? So what's going on here? What are we doing?
I'm trying to convince Wax to help since they know Spritz.
I want to, from what I know about and remember about Spritz, I want to roll like an insight check of like, do I see this approach from Hather going over well? And do I think my trying to help here would help or hinder Hather?
Okay, so great. Now, Wax, I'm going to give this to you for free. Here's what you know. There is something devious cooking in Spritz's mind right now. And the only reason that Spritz hasn't acted right now is because she is so stunned by the audacity. Because you look out at all of the nobles too, and you realize why they were so interested. Because clearly Spritz has some kind of affection for Higgy, and you know who Spritz is. Spritz is an only child who has never been told no a single point in their entire lives. So like it's like there's a countdown right now, and you intervening, is it gonna go well for you? No. But it might take the blow away from Hathor, you know what I mean?
Okay, yes. Realizing that, Wax is going to go.
I put the garment in Wax's arms and push them up the stairs.
To Hather and Spritz. And I go, oh my god!
Oh my god, Wax!
What I'm gonna see? This is my friend Peggy. Here's a shirt, Peggy.
Thanks. I put it on. I leave it unbuttoned.
I see you, Red Pinky and Hoggy, my friends. How are you?
She stands up. She looks at Hathor. Again, up, down.
I wink.
Up, down. You wink at her. She winks back. She takes a bottle of wine from a nearby barrel. She touches it, and she goes, oh my god, Wax, yeah, I've been doing so incredibly well. And she begins to pour the wax on, pour the wine onto your head. And
I let it happen.
And she goes, oh, how was your trip to the material plane? And you realize, like, after like 10 seconds, the wine isn't running out. She enchanted it to be a never-ending bottle of wine as you're just getting soaked in a shower of red wine.
Oh my god, Spritz, I was so thirsty. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, drink it all up, yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, it's been a wild ride. There's been some interesting stuff happening on the material plane. It's been I have learned a lot from from the banishment and from the imperatives that Sangari
that's great.
Imparted upon me. It's been a real learning experience, and I actually think that my friends could agree that even since the time I met them, that I have grown.
Growing
as a person.
Okay, yeah, excellent.
Very much so, and so much, in fact, that I believe Wax is ready to stay in the Feywild and is so happy to return for good.
There is no motherfucking way that we are keeping Wax in the Feywild. In no potential universe does it possibly exist a possibility that he is going to remain here for 1 second longer. What are you doing back? Why are you here?
Because I'll be totally honest. It was a total accident. We did not mean to. In fact, we have pled oopsie daisies.
You motherfucker!
The facts are the facts.
You are so constantly a professional at ruining every easy part of my life! My life! I hit the loud environment warning.
Oh, I like your Apple Watch.
New tricked out generation 27. This shit can see my brain. Okay. And I hoped that you would have been unconscious for the entire journey, but apparently your constitution is just too powerful to give me an easy couple of days, and you fucked up my skyline! You messed up the view of the sky from my log cabin! The Warden of Flowers cannot have the view of the flowers and the view of the horizon of the flowers be dismantled by anybody. Unacceptable.
So the thing is, what brought us here in the first place is that there are these terrible threats to the material plane. Lots of people are being hurt and killed, and by my party here, the Jollies, we are on a quest
We have to go that far.
to vanquish those threats, and in doing so, accidentally caused a disturbance that launched us here. So it was on a quest to do good, and it was so oopsie daisies. And trust us, we do. I want to end up back here eventually and become unbanished. Yes. But what we all want right now is for us to be back in the material plane, out of your hair, dealing with that.
With our
For once,
stuff.
I want to. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You go. For once, we want to make it easier for you. We want the same thing.
with our
Wow.
stuff.
Yes, and all our stuff to do that would be great.
It is my fault that we are here.
She.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, what's up?
Can
What's up?
I like do like a glamour thing? Cause I see people like react to Higgy's physique.
Yes.
Sharia's also.
Oh, she's built like a
built.
truck.
Can I do like some love domain fuckery where I make just like her biceps look crazy and like she looks awesome? Can I just do a little bit of that?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Cherie, do you take advantage of that in any way?
You like put your hands under your biceps.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I do that like arm crossing thing that makes my arms look bigger. But I move closer to her, kind of like trying to shift her gaze away from Wax and Hawthorne towards me.
Okay, got it. Incredible.
Wait.
Wonderful.
I do channel divinity. No, I'm gonna save it.
Yeah, say that.
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna make us hot later when it's important.
Spritz goes, first of all, and like looks over and she, like she looks like she's gonna talk to Hawthorne first, and then looks over to Cherie, and Cherie is just built and is just like on a comparable physical level to Higgy, and looks over to Cherie and goes,
Yeah.
you with the very pretty eyes, go stand over next to the green one.
Very well. I'll go stand next to Huggy.
As you saunter over, you realize that this is a like again, however old this Archfey, this daughter of Archfey, this kin of Archfey happens to be. You have seen this in depending on the LaCroix family, this is a teenager who never grew up. Like, you know what I mean? Like that guy. And it's like, so you've never met Spritz before. You've met Spritz 1,000 times.
Yep.
Know what I mean?
Yep.
And walks over to Cherie. And like, so it's like it's a side by side, and so it's like huge orc, huge ASMR, tiny Spritz, and goes, first of all, Pinky, I am the prettiest one in this camp, and there shall be nobody who will challenge my claim to be the prettiest one in this camp.
Oh my goodness, of course, you're beautiful. You're lovely. Was that ever in doubt? No.
I know what you're trying to do here. I don't.
Good.
Okay, all right.
Saves
well,
me time.
well,
And then I wink at her again.
doesn't matter who is in first. For most of the race, it matters who wins the race. So, F, and turns to look back at you.
Can I go over and like help dry wax off a little bit?
You start drawing wax off. You two kind of like bunch up, and
Yeah.
looks over to Cherie and goes, "Now I will explain exactly how I have been slighted only after we get into retribution for a few infractions that have occurred just in the last 10 minutes. So 1, I have had my wonderful fun times disrupted, which is punishable by a myriad of different fucked up shenanigans. And also, Pinky came into camp and looked better than me. I look like a hodgepodge of shit right now. And I do not appreciate not being given forewarning before being able to put together a proper runway expose so we could vote democratically in a court-like fashion on who is the most attractive person here. And I also do not appreciate being told to sit down and not being told to talk to the very hot orc man that is standing over there. So you beautiful, and like kind of like caresses your face a little bit, ASMR woman. And Hawthorne kind of like patting off Wax. All I need you to do for me to even the scales, because again, Oopsie Daisy has been decreed now, meaning that I cannot take matters into my own hands, given you are within my territory, the Leshy's territory of the Warden of the Flowers. So I cannot handle this problem anymore. We need to elevate this to my mother, Sangaree, which is at least a 3 days ride through marshlands and through grasslands and Dick Fart Pee. So we have to deal with that eventually. So we'll deal with that. But what I need you to do right now is just whisper into my ear, and whisper either the name Pinky or Wax, and I'll take care of the rest.
I bend at the waist to lean down to whisper into her ear.
Okay.
And I go, I can think of a way to make you the prettiest one at this camp. However, will require some removal of what you have on, which I'm happy to oblige.
You are referring to the evidence that will play a large part in your Oopsie Daisy trial. But also, I am aware that these weapons belong to unseelie individuals, and so it would be arming literal terrorists within my territory, and I shall not do that.
I did not say you were arming them. I said you were just simply removing these articles of clothing that, in your words, make you look like a hodgepodge piece of shit.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Can she have advantage because I made her hot?
Sweating right now.
Can she have advantage because I made her biceps look good?
Okay, so she got an 18 insight check to try to see past this.
Okay.
So you gotta beat an 18 on a persuasion check.
Can I have guidance or advantage?
Who is helping and how?
Well, Hawthorne made me hot, so...
That's true. I will... You know what? Because you are hot, go ahead and roll it with advantage.
Yeah!
Yes.
Am I
You are
still
hot.
super quiet?
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna flip my coin.
Okay.
Yeah!
So does that mean I roll just one of them, or can I roll with advantage again?
This is gonna be one dice roll. You basically get an additional dice roll, okay?
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
No, the best of it was a 10, so that's a 12.
Ooh.
12. She leans over, and she says, I can appreciate your efforts, and I can guarantee there will be more later. But I need to ask, are you refusing to make a choice? Because that is a choice in and of itself.
Can I make an insight check into her?
No.
As to what? No? Okay. Okay.
Can't.
Lean into her. Get out your revenge on Wax.
Thank you very much, my muscular magnificent. Mwah. And she stands up. She turns back to Hawthorne Wax, and she goes. She turns back. She hops onto Hawthorne's broom once again. Kind of flies in like a 15-foot like radius, and goes. Now, Wax. Now, Wax, you have been back. You have been learning so much about so much in the material plane, and I'm just like I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you've been learning to dig deep into whatever rotten shit pile happens to be your soul, and improve yourself in some way, to see the world not as a collection of people to fuck, but rather people to engage with, have a wonderful time, and share laughter with. And in my time, I've been learning too. I've been learning a lot in the last few days since I made my trip from my log cabin, having to look at the horribly destroyed skyline past the mountains, and I've been doing a lot of reading since I found your friends here. And she begins flipping through Bierhaze Bassette's spellbook. She begins flipping through.
Hey, at least we know where it is.
And goes, and so many things that I have been learning. Well, I mean, I guess that's education. You can't just learn things that you want. You have to learn things that you need. And there are so many things in here that I need, that I've always needed. I just didn't know it yet. Do you have any response?
Oh, well, Bierhaze Bassett is quite an intelligent...
It's fine. It's all right. It's
Oh,
cool.
fuck.
BB.
BB. Quite an intelligent practitioner of the arcane. And I'm sure it was quite a valuable read. I am glad that you have had the pleasure of reading his work.
Yes. And I've tried to put my own spin on things. I want to be as original as possible. And so I came up with this new limerick that I think it's going to be very appropriate for a man who has changed such as yourself. Through comedy and through laughter, may you feel naught but disaster. And out of nowhere, you're able to feel like it's like a sharp, cold air in your chest very quickly, but nothing affects your physical form immediately. And you kind of look around, like, and you like, sorry, not telling you what you're doing. It's like, what part of my body just did something bad happen to? And nothing bad happened. Nothing bad at all.
Spritz.
Wax.
What is it? What did you do?
You'll find out very soon.
That's no fun. Please.
All right. She takes her map back out and goes, once again, we are currently within Rex's rectangle tangle. We are going through Quagmire, Slow as Molasses, Morasses, Krog, Bog, and Slog, and we are going to be finishing through Dick's Fart P to get to the capital city.
Of course.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Damn. Okay. You take 1d4 psychic damage.
I do?
Yes, you do.
For why?
You take 3 points of psychic damage.
Fuck.
Darby, every time you laugh in real life, Wax takes 1d4 of psychic damage.
Oh my god. I'm never gonna laugh again.
As long as you are within the Feywild, by the way, and this can be undone by Spritz, but every time, Darby, you laugh in real life, Wax takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Okay.
I can see you want to laugh
No more
right
jokes. No more jokes. We're not allowed to joke.
I'm locking in. There's no laughing.
No bits.
Nothing is funny.
now.
No
Clover,
bits.
no, you're gonna kill them.
No, Clover, no.
Ugh.
I'm not laughing.
So where are we ending off on, Wax? Where will our journey conclude? What is the final leg?
Dick Fart P, of course.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Come on,
It's-
Darby, you got this.
It's a beautiful land. It's a beautiful
gorgeous.
land, exactly, yes. People build roads and they build signs and they build gateways carved with Dick Fart P all throughout all of them. Is it not wonderful? You must have
Beautiful.
traveled there with whatever family you had. I didn't care to look it up, but Dick Fart P is gorgeous.
It's beautiful this time of year.
Are you a big fan of
It's
Dick
always
Fart
a good
P?
time for Dick Fart P.
Oh,
Now,
everyone's a fan of Dick Fart P.
a couple things happen in succession then. First and foremost, give me 1 second here, actually. Talk amongst yourselves. I need to get the music up. I didn't have it pulled up in the queue.
I'm sweating.
I'm dripping with sweat.
I am also
It is-
sweating.
This onesie is a swamp.
Any reactions to all of that? Anything going on here?
As
Allatour.
I'm staying next to Higgy, I just like out of the corner of my mouth, I'm like, have you tried any attempts to remove her clothing?
Higgy looks at you with just abject horror and says,
I think that's exactly what she wants me to do.
Well, it aids us, so perhaps you should do it.
as Spritz, straight up out of nowhere, like you're just teleporting around, it goes, what are we whispering about? And it kind of like comes into the conversation.
Huggy here has been talking my ear off about
Did not consent.
I have basically created an environment where Darby's gonna find everything funny for the rest of the time that you're here.
Honestly, Kate, you made such a good choice because I'd be dead. Hawthorne be dead already.
I can see Darby's face like hurting. I can.
I'm so sorry.
It's so hard. I don't know what counts.
Behind your hand is fine. I will allow that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but sudden laughter will be 1d4. Okay. All right.
Ugh.
Huggy was just talking my ear off about the things he wants to do to you, Warden of the Flowers.
Yes, well, Huggy, I apologize, because those plans might have to be put on delay. As many suggestive jokes that I have made have been about riding, how the owner of this broom rides, and other various sexual innuendos such as that.
That's me. Hey, I hate to interrupt, but also, if you're worried about beauty, and then I'd like to channel my divinity now, and I want to do lustrative beauty, and I want to focus it all into her, and it's just this beautiful, like, sweet smelling, like, lilac pink magic that flows up around her, and I go, one priestess of Aphrodite at your service, my lady.
She goes,
And I do a bow and offer my hand to her.
you offer your hand to her, and she looks at you, and she immediately feels this like beautification happen all over her, and she goes, priestess of the goddess of love, usually we do not respond kindly to faith here. However, incredibly useful. Still, we have a beef. We'll be squashing that later. Definitely want some makeup tips from you. Now, for the two of you, I am owed something from the last time that I was wronged within these lands. And she looks to Higgy and looks to Cherie and goes, now, there will be a rigorous amount of trials to determine who is worthy of this, but right now, I want to gauge the interest. Which one of you is going to be my husband? And then before any thoughts are able to be had regarding that, a double full moon. Hathor and Wax. Simultaneously. you run out of time. Now, Moss is gone. I had a thorough description of what was going to happen at the end over there. However, due to Hathor's perfectly timed use of Channel Divinity, that is going to change the way that this is going to work, okay? Hathor and Wax. It's almost like an immediate disassociation. You're still in control of yourselves, but your demeanors kind of change, almost like you're blanking out. And like looking down at your arms and your legs, you begin to feel like the nature around you, the small critters, their scents, their pheromones, they become incredibly strong. And you look down and the hair that's been removed every single day begins to grow much faster than it ever has before. And you realize now that perfectly in tune with Hathor's Channel Divinity, Aphrodite's magic, which is notorious for hating the misuse of other people's bodies, is right now holding back the moment of transformation into werewolf. And if you guys do not act in the next, within the game, about a minute and a half, you are going to turn into werewolves, and we will go into that. We will go into the consequences of that. Is everything clear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I do something?
Yes, everyone here. This is gonna be like a light initiative order. So what is? No, we're not gonna roll anything. But yes, Hathor, Wax, Shuri, you all get to do a thing. What do you all do?
I grab Wax by the shoulders and I cast Remove Curse to hopefully not remove it entirely, but send him back to the secondary phase and not the final one.
Okay, so fully gonna allow that. How does this sound? Instead of knocking him back a phase, it will buy him more time than you would have. Okay? So like you both have like a minute and a half. You can buy Wax like 5 minutes. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay, excellent. You rush over.
Okay.
Go ahead, describe it to me. How does that look?
Hathor just looking at her hands as like all this bravado just drains from her face. She like goes super pale. And after a second of looking at her hands, just looks at Wax, and then it's not any hesitation, just grabs him by the shoulder and pumps all like as much divine energy as she can into him, and then just kind of sinks. Like, hang on, sorry, and manages to stay on her feet, but is like shivering now with like sheer horror.
Okay, got it. Hathor, it all works out that exact. It would be crazy. Wax, what is the response to that? What do you do?
In this immense kindness that Hathor has done to Wax, I don't think it's nearly as powerful a spell, but wanting to return it, I put a hand on Hathor's cheek and cast Lesser Restoration to try and buy her some more time as well. And it's the smell of s'mores and these pink and purple and green glitters kind of like running up Wax's hand against Hathor's face.
She like leans into your palm.
So here's what we're working with here. Hathor, 2 minutes, bought you 30 seconds. Wax, 5 minutes. Sound good?
Oh, okay.
Okay, awesome. With that, as you cast that, Spritz automatically goes, "Oh, you thieving bitch," and smells like, and like it clearly has a reaction to that, like knowing that you casted that magic. Doesn't do anything with it, but just kind of recognize it. Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
Shuri, you see them help each other. Like Spritz is still like finger in face, kind of looks over to say that. What do you do?
I still have the ingredients from the Leshy. I scream BB as loud as I can to get his ass over here.
Okay. Bjerhaze jumps up. He runs over with the spry energy of an 18-year-old and rushes over and sees and goes like, "Oh, thank goodness, the backflipping satyrs came back."
I pushed the ingredients. Fixed it!
And okay, so you want him to make a potion to give to both of them?
Yeah, and I want to do whatever I can to help him.
Okay, excellent. Go. So you can just give him like the help action. He is going to be rolling. What do you think? Let's all have a conversation. History checks, nature checks, survival checks. What do you think would be most appropriate?
Arcana.
Well, he did
Arcana.
he did the history to remember the recipe, so he knows the recipe.
Yes, yes,
So-
yes. But like he has to make it very fast. That's the
Right.
thing.
So, I mean, is it Arcana to make potions?
I would. If the majority agrees, I will
I would-
roll
Yes,
Arcana.
yes.
I would say
Yeah.
I would say it's Arcana to make potions.
I would
Beer
agree.
Haze- excellent. Beer Haze
To make
gets a
magical
plus
potions.
15 to Arcana. Excellent choice there. Now, rolling that with advantage, he has to hit a 15 or higher. DC's going to be 30 to make this as fast as possible. However, with every minute that has been bought by the spells that have been exchanged, he's going to get to roll again. And also, spells can also be cast to like extend the time. Make sense?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so for Hathor, for example, it's going to be 2 rolls. If 2 rolls for Hathor, 5 rolls for Wax, and you guys can give each other more time. Okay.
Okay. Can I also stack a lesser restoration onto Hathor?
Onto Hathor, no problem. We're gonna say that, everyone just kind of, if you have paper next to you, Wax, Darby, write out 5 tally marks, and now because of that lesser restoration, Moss, write out 3. Okay,
Okay.
got it. And he's gonna have to do this twice because he has to make it 2 times. Okay.
Okay.
All right, got it. So lesser restoration, excellent. This is like it's almost like a squad of like EMTs rock up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it
yeah.
goes from like ha 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 Dick Farpy, and then it's like okay, we're gonna fucking die like immediately, so quickly. Okay, so he is going to roll this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's an 11 and a 7. Does not hit the DC on his first roll.
Okay.
So that is Beer Haze. As he's whipping stuff together, Higgy, Winter Scott Key, Emma, Chloe can't really do that much. They don't really have the abilities that would be able to help with this. What's up?
I point at Winter, Walter, and say, "Where's your alchemy set?
Fuck! He looks over.
Go
and,
find it."
I believe it's Pancake that has it. So he looks over and he goes like, "You want me to go kill Pancake?"
No, do not. No, tell him it's an emergency that could interfere with the oopsie daisy,
Okay.
and you need the alchemy set.
He get my no problem. He so quick. Vampiric true vampire speed, insane. Like sort of like Twilight ending fight levels of running. As he shoots off. He rushes off. Spritz goes, "Well, what delightful disaster do we have here?" And she's like kind of like it does. She gets very close to you guys. You guys are kind of like hugging, helping each other. And Spritz does not give a fuck right now. And like it's very clear, like her jovial kind of like joking personality that we're all having a very fun time with. She does not care about your guys' well-being at all.
Can I try and push her into Higgy's arms and have him give her a hug?
Go ahead and give me. Do you tell her that you're trying to do this, or you just do it?
I just do it.
Okay, you just do it. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. That is for sure her worst thing. Yeah, she gets a 9. We'll be ending soon, by the way. I don't want to take anybody's too much time.
10.
10. She goes, "Fuck you!" And she shoves and immediately like goes into Higgy's arms and goes, "My hero." He goes,
I look at him and I look at him and I go,
"My darling, you've been so kind. Are you okay?" And just like hugs her as hard as possible.
Ow, you're kind of hurting me.
Also, darling, being a great sport. Deeply appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
With all of that, Spritz dealt with. She'll make an opposed athletic check. We'll deal with that later. Beer Haze. So
strong.
Hathor and Wax. What are you guys doing?
I'm weeping. I'm fully weeping. I'm barely standing at this point, and I think Hathor's just whispering like, no. But I'm saving my final remove curse for Wax.
Okay.
I'm looking at my spells to see if I can do anything.
Wait a minute. You say it's a full moon. 2 double full moons.
Double full moons. Yes. That's a wild question.
Get out! And she will cast Daylight at 3rd level. For the duration, sunlight spreads from a point within range, so she just opens her hand, and from her palm, 60-foot radius sphere, the sunlight's area is bright light and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet, so 120-foot radius. If the spell overlaps with darkness created by a spell of 3rd level or lower, that other spell is dissipated.
That is
Yeah.
so cool that we have to do some kind of check about it.
Okay.
Because, now let it be known, this can't fix the lycanthropy, but
Yes.
it can, how long does the spell last?
It lasts for an hour.
An hour. Okay. So Beer Haze Beset is going to succeed at making these potions if you do this, if you successfully do this. So you want to basically make daylight to block out the moonlight that is causing the lycanthropy to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's how we're gonna run this, because I want there to be a check about this. That's super cool. I'm gonna leave this up to you, Moss. This can be either an Arcana check to try to because lycanthropy is both a physical illness and a magical like curse affliction. And so if you want it to be Arcana, it's like, oh, I want to basically like if the magic only activates in moonlight, moonlight is not going to be there. But then also it's the idea of like, oh, if it's medicine. If the cells or like the actual disease reacts to moonlight, then sunlight will like kind of stave off the illness. Like so what do you think Hathor would do for this spell?
Sorry, so it's either Arcana or
medicine.
Okay. I think it's medicine. She is not a practitioner of knowledge. She is a practitioner of wisdom and of healing and of helping, and the sunlight is a known antibacterial force.
Okay, got it.
That helps you use UV rays to sterilize things and to make things safe.
Okay, makes sense.
And so
what is the
be a
modifier
medicine check.
for this?
It's a +7.
It's a +7. Okay.
Can
What's
I
up?
give them the help action? Because I also have daylight.
If you
Can
would...
I-
Oh
Can
my-
I help them?
What?
But can I help her? Can I help her by casting that spell as well?
If you're burning the spell slot, you absolutely can. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go now. We're gonna make this very clear. This is going to be a DC 20. Okay. You have advantage. Got to get 1 dice above a 13, and this can work.
And you have your coin back, I believe.
I do.
So you get 3 dice rolls. Okay.
Okay.
You got this.
I'm gonna flip my coin.
Okay.
I'm gonna cry.
You got this. You got this.
13 +7 for a 20.
Let's go. Let's go. You got it. You got it. You got it.
As the sunlight bathes all of you, the 2 moons rotating around the northern lights vanish, as in its place, a sun, a pink ball of plasma with purple rays all around it, begin to shed light onto all of you. As you look down, as your senses return to you fully, as the hair begins to like burn off of your arms, as you have bought yourselves an hour of time to get this fixed.
Yes. And I think Hathor just stands back up, raises both her hands to the sky, and starts singing a song to Aphrodite. And it is it has a tone of faith and belief, but it's also of not fucking today. And so
Hathor's reaction, Wax, what's your reaction?
Is just kind of like had kind of been crouching there on the ground with Hathor and kind of sits back and looks up at her in disbelief, because for a second it was so like, okay, this is it. And now all of a sudden it's like the moon is gone, and it's just like just like needing to like hold on to Hathor, like stands up next to her and like grabs
I
onto
help you
her
up.
arm and is just like, oh,
It's a
thank
big
you.
hug.
And
Thank you.
and Sharif for also
Yeah.
thank you.
It's a big group hug. I think Hathor just takes Wax's face in her hands and just like kisses him on the cheek and like the hair like burns away and like plants one on his forehead and then just gives him a great big hug. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.
And Shuri, what's your reaction? You kind of like come into this hug.
Just wanting to be that steadying force, but positions herself in the hug to always have eyes on Beset as he's doing this.
Okay.
To make sure he's doing it and that he's doing it right. But it's focusing on being that grounding force for Hathor and Wax.
Grounding force, absolutely. Even though the daylight is here, Bure Hayes, again, very pale, not used to being in the sun, but is perfectly focused on his work. This is the best task for him right now, as after 10, 15 minutes, he's able to come over, more than enough time, with 2 bowls of, like, essentially healing potion fruit puree that works as a potion of remove curse, and hands you these, like mortar and pestle bowl, like, smoothies, essentially, and goes, drink it now.
I clink it against Wax and
Oh, click.
Slancha.
cheers.
It tastes really good. Like, it's like, I'd rather be cursed again and drink this again. Like, this is wonderful. Oh, yeah, you gotta, like, eat all the... He goes, you need to eat all the seeds and stems and everything, sadly, but, like, it's all fine, though, so... You all slurp it down, gulp it down.
Minecraft eating sounds.
And at the end of it all, Hathor and Wax, you are cured of lycanthropy.
Oh man.
As you are cured of lycanthropy, Wax, still cursed with the laughter, psychic damage for as long as you were in the Feywild. Spritz comes out of like a deep dip that Higgy did to keep her distracted so that you guys would be able to deal with this with impunity. As Spritz kind of breaks eye contact, is like taken out of the dip, and kind of looks, like kind of draws of like fingers over Higgy's cheek and goes, you know, for all the gray hairs that I have been caused in the last 45 minutes, I am so excited to go on a road trip with all of you. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my
All
god.
of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all having a fun time.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes. Wonderful. Allatour, baby.
Wow.
Roller coaster.
It's a lot.
Man.
God.
Thank you.
Came
We're
out
cured.
strong with the oopsie days. We're cured.
We're cured.
You're
Cured. Oh my god.
Okay, to anyone that needs to go to bed, I fully get it. We're not gonna talk for that long. We're gonna be peacing out. I had a whole I was like, oh, like imagine because I was like, oh, they're gonna werewolf out because Night McClover, thank you for coming to the table. Always appreciate it. I was like, oh, they're gonna werewolf out and it's gonna be like a monster hunter like chase, like no holds barred because they can't die and Winter Scott keeps a true vampire and Shree's a monster hunter and like all this crazy stuff. And I was like, no, like literally when I was going, like I was breathing in to say it and Moss went, I channel divinity, and I was like, okay, I have to honor that. I have to. Because Moss has been
crazy.
Outcrying in real life of like, I fucking hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
I don't like things happening to my body without my consent.
Incredible. Incredible. Yes, and also a bunch of things. First of all, Spritz, villain. How is she?
She's so scary.
She's
She's
scary.
so
Scary.
She is the scariest villain we have ever encountered.
Oh my god.
I don't like her.
I want to drop kick her over my house.
I want to send her to behavioral school so she learns how to like
Send her to
act.
boarding school for wayward phase.
I don't know if Fays have that.
The
Wayward
foppish,
Fays.
the foppish school for dandies.
The Foppish Dandy's school for effeminate fancy boys.
Fancy boys.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
And
I just loved how we came out swinging so hard with we bleed oopsie daisies, and Drew went, well,
That's
okay.
but that's so funny though.
oh good.
Because
It's a
also,
tradition.
yeah, it's tradition, and now it's been elevated, so you guys gotta go see Sangaree. If you don't break out before then, but the other problem is, how the fuck are you getting home?
Hey,
so
yeah.
Hey, we've already gotten. Hey, we're cured. Gotten some of the charges off.
True.
You know.
that is true.
And then we get Weep back. That's another bunch of charges gone. And then Wax just says, "I'm really, really sorry" to Spritz, and then we're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She'll love
Yeah.
that.
But all and the final thing that I want to bring up, it's not going to be resolved probably next session, but it was mentioned before all the chaos popped off. Somebody isn't leaving here because Spritz needs a husband.
Ooh.
All right, we gotta find her some eligible bachelors.
We do.
Yeah.
We're gonna matchmake.
Let's
Here's
go.
the thing. Here's the thing. I played Higgy as a character. I made him a character. He has so much shit he needs to do in the material plane.
Yeah, no. We're not gonna sacrifice him to the Feywild.
It's
don't
not
worry.
just Hathor.
Just go
It's
get one of those
also.
This is-
kids. They have enough.
You're a priestess of Aphrodite. This is precisely your shit.
Oh my god, I've got it. Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
You
Got
got
it.
it. You
If we-
matchmaker,
like-
Oh,
matchmaker.
wait. We just have her bring us to the wedding at LaCroix mansion. And then, oh my god, a double wedding!
Oh my god. You have her
Dating
marry Palm
game.
LaCroix. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I
Father,
don't
have
think we
made a
can do that.
mistake. I just-
Father,
Please
I've
do.
sinned.
There have to be other Wait,
What?
Tony's probably not coming back to this game, right?
No, he's not. Son of a bitch.
There we go.
The problem
we go.
is that's the thing.
Boom.
Tony, for anybody
There's
wondering,
that.
Tony from like fucking 30 episodes ago, still a very good friend of mine. We talk all the time. He just has a night job, so he just can't like play with us really. But and he asked me like, hey, can Blurso come back? And I was like, you still working nights? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, probably not until you're done working nights. So we have a PC to play with. Reginald Spoons, bring him to us.
Or we could marry her off to Reginald Spoons.
No. Do you remember that guy who was obsessed with Hathor? He wasn't the firstborn of the LaCroix. He was like in the middle or whatever.
No, you cannot sell
please-
LaCroix children.
cannot sell the nobles.
Why? He just wants love.
That would be
You
insane, though, and
That
have
would be
insane
insane.
ramifications of like, Cherie, my son is banging an archfey. Like, and also,
Just-
yeah, what's up?
Sorry, just the line, she's never been told no in her life.
Yeah.
I saw all our faces shift of like, fuck this
God
guy.
damn it.
Come
Yeah.
on.
We all have known someone like that. Oh,
Yep.
and Darby, how was my personification of Spritz?
Is so good.
Okay.
Wow.
She's so like she's the epitome of the like all of the Fae stuff that we saw with like Titania. Is
But she's like the worst
Yeah.
version of it because there's not a
Yeah.
chow bone in her body.
yeah.
And the
It's
last
Never
so
thing,
good.
introduce
and-
this woman to cocaine, she will become the bear. She will become the bear who ate all that
The
cocaine.
cocaine bear.
Oh my
And
god.
the
If we
final-
want to cause problems for future us, be like, hey, you know where you could meet a husband? Go travel with Titania. Travel abroad and meet
Oh,
a
God.
foreign person from the material plane.
Yuri all of a sudden is like, what's happening?
What have I done?
And the final thing that I wanted to bring up is that as long as Spritz has Burhaze Baset's spellbook, she is able to cast spells that affect you, the players, and like in real life, in the way of like laughter, smiling, using certain words, like only having a certain number of sentences. I've thought of a lot of crazy stuff. So
That's so fun.
Would the curse have been different for Hathor?
okay, so a peek behind the curtain. It was going to be the laughter one regardless, because I'll be honest, I haven't tested the other ones because I don't want to be that. Because I was like, you can only use 10-word sentences, and I'm like, fuck, how is any conversation going to happen now?
Well, it's gonna happen, but it's gonna take hours.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We'll just take the psychic damage.
Yeah, but it's just a D4, guys. Come on.
This is a D4.
Okay, you two walking meat bags of health. I have 33 points.
Ooh.
It's just a D4. It's like guidance.
And
Fuck
also,
you
I thought
guys,
about-
you're in the 50s. Eat my ass.
I'm not. I'm in 49.
That is so close to 50.
and by the way, at the end of it all, having like there be cured at the end of the Jolie Pierre arc, you may all take a long rest and you may all level up.
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh shit! Your headphones exploded.
I punched my under the thing. I got so excited.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Thank
But
Thank
I
Plumpy.
playtested the laughter thing with Kate, because we were walking. I was like, "What if I did this?" And she went like, so we played around with it a little bit, and she could not stop just peeing herself. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even say anything, and she would just burst out laughing, just knowing that she couldn't.
Well,
And so
because
I
you
was
were like Queengless.
Qualnar. Yeah.
Are we gonna meet
No.
Qualnar?
Yes, you're gonna meet Qualnar. Yes. I know exactly who he is. I've had it in here for months and months and months. But yes. But with all of that, that is going to be all for this evening. I hope everyone has had a wonderful time. I hope the players have had a wonderful time. We're back in Allatour.
Absolutely.
I don't know when we're gonna be doing this again. Probably, maybe sometime. We'll see. November's gonna be fucking busy. We'll see if we can find the time. But thank you for coming to the
Figure
table.
it out.
I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. And once again, much love. Peace out, guys.
Good night.